Hello, everybody. Welcome to Critically Average Adventures. This is a critically average one-shot. Players are down and doing things that aren't D&D, which is
unacceptable.
well, obviously, it's a really like a real life really sucks. So I don't know why they want to do real life, but probably because of that thing called money that we all have to use at the moment, which is rather annoying. But anyway, we shall have some fun this evening. We are going to rejoin some of our crew that were from the one shot that we did before with the Out the Cold crew. We're going to join up with Rosalind Struck and someone else who's been in a one shot, a different one shot, the Mushroom Forest one shot, and Nana Foon. Everyone's bumbling Nana Druids back in this one too. So we shall begin the adventure in the town of Farhaven. What, Luke?
No, it's all right. I'm imagining the chaos already, but go on.
Okay. The town of Farhaven, the town of Farhaven, as you remember, was where you were headed with the bumbling guidance of Nana Foon. You arrived there in the most unnatural manner by teleporting an entire inn through from some sort of fey dimension and landed it in Farhaven using the magic contained within an accordion that you managed to fix and transport yourselves there. Once arriving in Farhaven, some of you went your own ways and potted off and did your own things. However, the three of you, Aurea, Rosalind, and Stralock, have met. Rosalind and Stralock know each other reasonably well, in a sort of very officious relationship. Maybe is the description, a sort of like, and Aurea is in the town and has you. Can you describe how you look, Aurea, as you walk into the inn, please?
I'm just happy looking, even if I have some scales like some green stuff all over my skin with my horns and everything, and a little tail wagging. So people might take me for a half dragon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just saying, looking around like, hi, hello, hi.
So this is post the Tiefling Jam incident.
Yes.
Oh, but we don't know about that because those are different characters.
We don't know.
You just see what appears to be a tiefling, but with an elongated sort of slightly elongated face with kind of slit nostrils, like a lizard or dragon may have, slight scales, and you've got a slight...
I heavily want to point out the fact that she's not half dragon, she's half kobold, and there's a big difference between a kobold and a dragon.
Yeah, but she wouldn't. Yeah. She would appear half dragon because the half kobold is an even more rare sight than a half dragon, I imagine. Certainly. Well, I don't know. Well,
we'll find out. I'd certainly hope so.
We'll explore that lineage at another date, maybe. Like we can get into sort of like the family tree, or maybe we shouldn't actually. The just cut off there to stop. So you are in the inn of the Gold Cauldron. The cauldron that sits in the fireplace is definitely not gold and hasn't been for a number of years. There is an unnamed broth boiling in a pot. It is not the weather to be having a broth that is boiled in a pot. It is, as you feel now, warm, hot, and it's close. The smell of beer and ales and slightly drunk bodies that are sweating out some of the alcohol that they have consumed are around you. and you are sat trying to keep cool. What have you ordered, Rosalind, from the inn, from the Gold Cauldron?
Oh, what has Rosalind ordered? I think she's a G&T kind of girl. Just take that for whatever that means.
Okay. A G&T kind of girl, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a white liquid and some sort of. Do you just say that to the bartender? And have a G&T. How does Rosalind order
it? Your most floral gin, please, and plenty of tonic.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The blue-skinned creature behind the bar does exactly that. Pours you a little glass, and in the top drops in a little bunch of elderflower that kind of steeps in the gin to give you that extra floral note. And they say, for lady.
Thank you. This is quite something. Very lovely little flourish.
You are very welcome.
I tip.
Okay.
I don't know how much gold we are starting with or anything like that, but
you are most gracious. Stralock, what are you getting?
Stralock, in his best attempt to impersonate Rosie, will go, I will have your most floral broth with plenty of lumps.
You are quarterly served something that is foaming and thick and has a sort of slight scent of Marmite to it, but it is definitely a beer. But there is a Marmite undertone to it, or if you're not familiar with that, Bovril sort of under musk within this foaming drink, and as you sip the foam adheres, like imagine if you were drinking a trifle rather than drinking a beer. We're talking that level of thickness of froth attaching to your upper lip.
A meaty trifle.
Yeah, a meaty, brothy, beery trifle. That's what we got going.
It actually sounds quite good.
And as you do that, and you have this foam stash, you hear this quite excitable, high-pitched voice greeting, saying hi to everybody walking through the space.
That's me.
That is you.
That's me.
And this you can make a nature check if anybody wants to. So what you see is this kind of elongated face, but it doesn't look like a half dragon. If anybody's actually that interested, you could try and make a nature check to discern.
I think I'll go up to, or I hear Oria, I'll kind of very obviously crane myself towards, aren't you just adorable? Would you like a drink?
Oh yes, I would like a drink. Actually, I think you're really pretty too. And I've traveled a long time. Do you know why people keep staring at me?
Well, darling, I think it's because you're quite unique. Look at this chin. Look at this nose. I kind of tilt her chin up a little, kind of move it from side to side.
I imagine this is. I've got.
It's just so different than that.
Collecting odd people.
I like it when you enjoy a different character.
I like the.
I love Rosalind. I absolutely love Rosalind. She's my favorite.
You know, like the Devil Wears Prada, like someone like like that kind of like unique, like that kind of.
Yeah, just like straightening out the shoulders of.
Yeah,
vibes.
I feel like Rosalind is one dodgy experiment away from being Cruella de Vil.
It's possible. Who knows? What would you like to drink? And I'll make that check to try and sort of.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's have a nature then, as you're peering into these features.
I have cider with a bit of milk.
Cider? Oh, a cider.
Cider.
Okay. I got a 16.
Yeah, you think there's something, you can see the scales, but you know it's not dragon, but you're not quite there yet. You don't quite get the kobold link.
Mm-hmm.
You can
You're
definitely
very
tell it.
unique.
Thank you.
Rollock's just sitting like with a finger, just like staring at and like trying to pick out lumps out of his brothy beer.
Make an
It'd be
investigation
so good
check.
if there was a flake in that drink.
Oh no! Please roll low. I don't want to know. Why the dice sound wet? Oh, it's okay.
They're sweating.
Oh, it's a 16.
You reach in, you find something hard in there. Your finger touches something quite hard, but you haven't
Oh.
pulled it out yet. It's up to you whether you reveal what it is. It's below the broth line.
Yeah, why not?
You pull it out, and it's a beautifully intricate spiral shell. And as you
Ooh.
hold it on your finger, little
Oh, I
antennas
do
come
believe-
out.
Hello. What's your name?
It doesn't reply.
I'll call you Fred.
Okay. It proceeds up your arm, just starts making its way wherever it's going, and proceeds off. Yeah. What do you
Carry on drinking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you, yeah, Oria, you get served your cider and milk, and these two are kind of there seems to be an alcove where you have kind of established some of your gear is dumped down, and you kind of claimed that spot in the corner by a sadly not on the shaded side, and the window is hot. It's sort of being like a bug in a box. And
You know
here
what they
comes-
say about trying to imagine being in a cool place when it's really, really hot?
Yeah.
I can imagine you're not helping anyone right now with the weather
No.
conditions.
No, I'm not. So
I love the way Diaz joins like the sessions.
just like rabbit in headlights.
Yeah. Just I thought it was yesterday, and then when I remembered it was Monday, I freaked out because there was so much I had to do before I joined. So I just rushed out of that and then I joined. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you know we're on our level 4 characters, yeah? You haven't read the Discord?
No,
course.
I see just like
Course.
48 messages on here, but like
Okay. Yeah, hop on to we're using the characters that we did the one shot where we were walking in the forest with
oh, it's Nanafoon. I got you.
Nanafoon, and Nanafoon's in the game. She hasn't
Oh.
joined yet. So what was your character's name for that one? I can't remember, sorry.
Vivian, if I'm not mistaken.
Vivian, it was Vivian. Yeah, it was. So yes.
Do I notice this snail? I'm quite distracted by Oria's.
Yeah. Let's see where Snail goes. Right shoulder. Snail. It's gone all the way up the left hand, small snail on shoulder.
It's gone around my back alongside
Yeah,
the shoulder.
yeah. It's gone up the left where you dug in, up round, and is kind of just there. You can see that it's. You might think that this snail may have had a bit too much to drink at the moment. Stralock, you can detect this.
Is the snail trail like a zigzag?
Yeah. It's like the 3 a.m. stumble home, but it's stumbled to your shoulder, which it might now be using as its home. Rosalind, yeah, you could probably.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I was going to say I'd take a lump out of the drink and I'd pop it on my shoulder next to the snail for it to eat.
Okay, Rosalind, what's your passive perception? See if you notice this small snail in a lump.
Actually, my passive perception's terrible. It's 9.
Okay, no, you don't. What's yours, Aurea?
Mine. Come on. The moment I look at at the pages, it just closed before my eyes. Okay, so back to the page. D&D Beyond, please. I swear to God. Passive perception is 15.
I'm thinking that you're going to probably see that there is a small snail and a lump upon Stralock's shoulder, who seems to be quite familiar with this the character that's just bought you a drink at the bar.
Mister, you have a snail on your shoulder.
Oh, is this Fred?
Oh, that's cool. I used to have a scroll when I was little before I entered my temple. And the thing is, I couldn't see him after because I was in the temple. So I was studying about magic and healing. So after that, I couldn't see him. So I was very sad. But after I made a lot of friends.
That is sad and good.
I love Stralock so much. The door to the inn bursts open, and you hear a very familiar voice saying, "Yeah, you just get it. You slice it in half, and half again, and then half again, and then that's you done, Vivian. That's all you need to do next time you got that happen." And you see walking into the bar, Stralock and Rosalind. You know these to be Vivian and Nana Foon.
Rosie, the strange little lady is here.
Strange little lady? She's not strange. She's just cute like you.
She's odd.
Oh?
As she moves closer,
I'm gonna beckoning for Nana to.
Okay.
You guys froze.
You are frozen. I think it's your video stopped, Vivian, for a minute. Vivian and Nana proceed across the bar, the space. The heat comes in from outside, following them, and this has made the strange miasma that exists around Nana Foon seem to increase in intensity. The sort of smell of old books and moss and something quite fungal surrounds her, and there is the stick of top of the head that sticks out with the caterpillar lying upon it that normally lives there. She says, "Well, you got the drinks in then, did you? Lovely. Vivian, what you drinking?"
Nothing for now.
All right. What have you
Hello.
got? Oh, who's this?
I'm Aurea. I'm a cleric, a life cleric to be precise.
This is our very interesting, very unique new friend. We're trying to figure out just what she's all about. She's got quite a unique look, don't you think, Nana?
Oh, you want to know? You want to know what happened? Well,
Yes.
originally I was a tiefling, except that I was on the mission. And the thing is, the mission went really bad because we had to go to climb the tower, and on top of the tower we had a big tree with a big leaf. So when I looked down, I thought we could use those leaf as parachutes. So we so, so we took the leaf and we tried to make we tried to make parachute in it. So I jumped and I actually crashed down and I died. Except that in my backpack, I had a friend that is a kobold that got his brain sucked out. And so I was going to revive him at the temple, but then I crashed down, so I died. And my companions bring a bit of me and a bit of the kobold with them. And when they revived me, it got mixed up, and then and then I become like this. Oh, and when I was actually dead, they fight a really strange people that just wanted them to bring back an arm made of ruby that was actually part of a giant that is made completely out of ruby. And one of my one of my friend married that giant, and they had babies.
Rubies, you say? How interesting. A whole golem made of rubies.
Yeah, very interesting. And Nana walks back
Yeah,
with what?
She had a pet squirrel, but now she doesn't.
A squirrel.
But now she doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
No.
Yeah, that was when I was little, because it was before I entered the temple and I had to do my studies. So they were still up to have some pets. So
What was the squirrel's name?
Jerry.
What?
Jerry.
You see Nana
Terry.
Flynn go back to the bar for another pint.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really little. It was a whole it was all white. Even the belly, oh, you know, usually it's only the belly that is white, and then and then everything is like orange. Yeah, all the belly like this, but this one was all white, and he has some really red eyes, and he was really pretty. That's why I take him first. But then I had to put him in a tree because he had to grow up on his own, and I had to go to the temple.
Nana, you should slow down.
Well, if I'm going to enjoy this story, I'm going to need some lubrication for it to make any sort of sense. That just sounds cackamamie and cattywampus to me.
All I heard was a very large ruby, and then I stopped
Very
listening.
large rubies do sound most interesting. However,
yeah, that was a giant that was living, and that baby one of my partners that was in a mission before. So, so yeah, he was really nice, and actually he offered us as a payment to retrieve his arm a nipple.
On that note, Nana, how have you been?
I have been less tipsy. However, because we are scraping the bottom of the barrel, since our little escapade went a little askew, we arrived late. Several years late, it would seem, to drop off what we were due to drop off, and everyone that we were supposed to drop off our stuff to is dead. So there was no one to pay us. We had the coppers we had in our pockets, and now, well, good news is I've got us some work.
Oh, fantastic.
However,
and I joined too. I'm a cleric. I can heal.
Is there any way you can also not speak?
Oh,
We can put a squirrel called Terry.
Nana, we can put her at the front.
At the front.
Yes. She'll be very good in the front.
Oh, well, the thing is with this business, and why he's saying not speaking is, she looks around conspiratorially and says, "We gotta do this on the quiet."
On the what?
Very quiet.
On the quiet, you great lump.
Oh.
quiet. Can you do quiet? You know that opposite of.
Red. Be quiet.
Strelok, you remember when I told you to pretend like you're really small and how you would sound if you were really small? We
Yeah.
want that voice. Yes, very good.
Okay.
Good work.
I can do
Vivian, you were helping Nana find this work.
I
Where
think
did
Diaz
we?
is still away.
Yeah, I think Diaz is
Vanished into darkness. Okay.
went to the
Vivian and
Vivian's still at the bar. Vivian's
yeah.
still at the bar.
Vivian's still.
Vivian's gone to the
trying
bathroom.
Vivian is still ordering a very complex drink.
There's a long queue.
And everyone was playing snooker for some reason. It's very, that's a very bad joke. Sorry. Q snooker.
Also,
No.
I'm not
sorry.
not very quiet because I have a very clingy armor that protects me very well, but I don't. It's really loud.
I'm
when
not
I-
talking in terms of being stealthy. I'm talking in terms of being delicate. Maybe. is
Oh,
more-
just like when that one time when I was petting some kittens, and they had to really careful, but it
Yeah.
right
Did you
here.
talk to them?
Well, I had to because they were screaming for
Did they
their
fall
mommy.
asleep?
Yes.
That's nearly what I'm doing. So please.
Aurea, when you were younger, did you ever have like a secret that you kept with a friend? Like a very special secret.
Well, my only friend was my god, so I don't know.
Oh, well, pretend like do you talk to your god like in private sometimes when, you know?
Not really, because
quiet-
my god follow me every time, so they hear me speaking, and sometimes they make miracles with me.
Rosalind,
think-
do you hear a slight giggling from like your a bracelet that you're wearing that is kind of intricate and well woven, but only you hear it, and
Oh, I know,
you hear a
it's
voice.
difficult.
You hear a voice, and it says, "You talking about gods?" You do make us laugh, Rosalind.
You've got to use everything to your advantage, even certain beliefs.
Do
Anyway,
you say
well-
that out loud?
Yes, I do.
I think what Rosie is trying to say, Aurea, is that you have to use the voice in your head.
Oh,
You know, the voice that's in your head.
just like the crazy people we burn.
Speak using that voice, not with this voice, but this voice. Just be quiet with this voice as well.
And I
Now,
thought we had to burn them in order to make the voice go away.
Aurea, I've got a little side quest for you. Can you go see where Vivian is?
Very
Mm.
special side quest.
Who is Vivian?
The one that came in with me?
Oh yeah, I did.
Right.
To a lady at the bar.
Okay.
Go and get her, and I'll explain to these two. Okay. Right, quickly, before she says another word. We need to be stealthy, quiet about this.
Hey,
What?
I like you guys.
Yes. Right on. And her back turns. Right. So we've got a job. I might have mentioned this already. I've had a few. Right. There is a family, a rather well-to-do family that happen to be in charge of a lot of security. And it seems that they have had a form of break-in at their very own home. And why we must be quiet about this is because they do not want to lose their reputation of being security people, being secure. If you can have your own home broke into, so we must remain overly cautious and overly, what would you say? Overly Delicate, like I said earlier, delicate, like you're stroking one. Discreet, that's the one. Yeah. So we might have trouble with the new one.
Oh, what do we do?
So Vivian and I just so happened to be loitering around the gates of a rather well-to-do place. We were looking if we could rob the place ourselves, but it was pretty done up tight. But just so happens we managed to blag a butler into thinking that we were sort of investigators or something. So I've come back to get you lot, just in case it's something that me and Vivian can handle. And I suppose we're taking your new friend with us, Rosalind?
Sorry, I can you repeat that, Pete? My brain did something where it slipped into another place for a moment. Something about a butler, something. Can you?
Yeah, we managed to bribe a butler.
Yeah.
To convince them that we were investigators and could help out solve their problem.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And then she said, and we're bringing this new one.
Of the break-in. So they, well, sorry, of the break-in. So am I to assume that we are going to solve their problem, or are we going to benefit greatly from access to their abode?
I think that we should keep all options open, Rosalind. I think that there might be a hefty reward, but there also might be some things that might fall into pockets.
Opportunities. I do love an opportunity.
When opportunity knocks, Rosalind, indeed.
When opportunity knocks, you put it in your pocket.
I have pockets.
Yes, you
Stralop, you do got pockets.
I have big pockets.
Big pockets, yeah. They'll help in our day. Then she notices a chunk on your shoulder. Who's a? Look, I just got this caterpillar back off you. Who's he?
This is Fred.
Now we're not going to have any trouble, are we?
No trouble.
She looks up to where the caterpillar is. All right. He says, as long as he doesn't stare at his legs.
I ain't got no legs.
No, him with the things, not staring at his legs.
Oh.
I think we're going to be fine.
Fred, don't stare at the caterpillar's legs. Consent is important.
She says, we better get moving then. This heat's getting to me. She downs her thing.
Did we get back?
Aurea and Vivian, you approach the table. Vivian, you know what's going on, this investigation. You were there helping bribe this butler into thinking that you and Nana were some sort of investigative team that could keep this break-in under your hats. Yeah, all right, baby. And Aurea, you are dragged along. You're taken out onto the streets of Farhaven. It is a prosperous town. There are carts going to and fro, back and forth, and you know that you have very little in your pockets, just enough for sort of bed and board, and you've been doing odd jobs. Stralok, you've been moving things, and Nana Foon's been making up a few herbal remedies. Aurea, you're quite new into the town. You just so happen to have come across this inn at this time and this juncture seems perfect. As you walk through the markets, you see an array of produce being unloaded onto carts. Fresh bread has been pulled out onto the streets outside the bakery, and there are people buying these like sort of giant pretzel type things that smell delicious as they're broken, and great swathes of rich butter are put upon them. There are also fresh fruits and vegetables, and a large array of like chilies and things are also laid out. This town is quite, shipped out of, and quite prosperous.
Does any of you want some breakfast?
I ate, drank,
You
both.
Very efficient. And what
So
time is it? Is it breakfast? Is it breakfast time? Were we day drinking?
We're going to say it's about 11 o'clock. So Nana's had a few.
It has been
jars in.
set. How many years have passed? Technically,
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. To about you're about. We're going to say you're about 10 years late.
I mean,
for something.
they died in the time it took us to get there.
Well,
so.
people die every day, Stralock. That's how things happen.
Okay. Shit, they had a rough 10 years. Okay.
Yeah, we'll say you were 10 years late for whatever you were doing. Time shifted. The only thing that hasn't changed is that when you came back, waiting furiously, tapping a foot, was the image of the lady that runs the tavern, with the not going out at inn, which is now prospering again, but you are not welcome.
What happened to the tabaxi? Did he?
He was suitably berated by Mags for
Understandable.
doing magic instead of
Why
just.
are we not welcome? What did we do?
I'm not going into it right now.
Oh. I'm kind of upset that we're not welcome.
To be fair, Vivian did drink a lot of the alcohol in the bar. And what else did we do?
You did set fire to the kitchen.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Do I still have my accordion?
that was my fault. Okay.
Your accordion, no, because Ashley Peltz took it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Ashley Peltz. You still got your drum, don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Quick question, because I'm so lost.
Yeah.
So we're gonna investigate something about Broken House, but we're actually planning on going in and stealing stuff, or what?
All options open because it's D&D.
Oh.
We have a legitimate
rich
reason.
people,
but
somehow Nanafoon and yourself managed to pass us off as investigators. So
I have a military background. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Just saying.
Sorry, say again, Vivian.
I have a military background, so I'll say that helps with investigating stuff. So
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
But
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So, what are you getting breakfast, guys?
okay.
What food stall looks the least attentive, so they might not notice a baked good leaving the stall?
Make a perception check. Let's get some dice going. Let's go.
Pete.
Yeah.
Can I do some perception if Rosalind tried to steal something?
Mm.
I rolled a 2 - 1 for a 1 for perception. So
You don't see anyone. You don't see a. They all seem well attended. The eyes are bright. They haven't been drinking. They're used to this heat, it would appear, and they're not feeling the distraction that Rosalind is feeling in this landlocked place. Uria, as you look round, you just see you notice that everybody looks. These people look gaunt, somewhat. Faces are skins taut. Even the muscles upon Stralock are not wasting, but you can see the definition in the face, and certainly around where the cheekbones move up to the. You're orc, right? Aren't you, Stralock?
Half orc.
Half orc, yeah, up to the ears and stuff like that. That is looking very Urukai right now, rather than half orc.
Oh, you seem all down. Well, I can do some magic to heal you.
It's not healing he needs, it's hungry he needs. He needs a belly filling, poor boy. Starving away.
But you seem all groggy.
Yeah, it's called starving.
I mean, you were drinking.
Yeah, well, what Stralock had has got quite a lot of food in it. It counts probably as about one of your meats a day.
Well,
How many meats should I have a day?
Probably about 6 meats is my recommendation. 6 meats a day, unless you're a vegetarian, then don't have no meats.
Pork, chicken.
Can I second chicken, second beef,
steer, mutton.
What's the ground like? Is it paved stone?
Cat.
Towards the edges, yes, outside the shops. It's quite rutted and quite but it's hard beaten rutted mud.
Right. Oh, so we're talking shops, not like little cart stalls.
There's shops, then stalls, like kind of lining the street, and some of the shops spill out, having little displays outside.
You can't eat a cat. Cats are cute. But you can eat dogs.
What Stralock, what do you feel like eating? Nanofune, what do you feel like eating? Let's pick one of these and see whether we can make away with more than what we need.
Well, I've got an idea, Rosalind. I think that our gracious hosts might offer refreshments. If we make our way, there might be a vol au vent or two.
Especially since we've rushed there ever so quickly, knowing that they're in terrible trouble.
And they know we were going to deal with this in the utmost, what did you say?
A discreet
manner. That's the one. Now come along.
Let's make haste.
What's a vol au vent or two?
It's actually something with bread and the meat, I think, inside. It's really tasty.
Vivian, can you make a survival check for me to kind of remember the route back to this place?
Yes, I can. And that is a 20. Which is great because I have like little to no in survival, which is like a +1. So yeah, 20.
Yeah, it's you are fast, Rosalind, and everybody. It is no time wasted. The thought of filling your empty bellies and the thought of money jingling in your pockets, coin possibly, lead you to these slightly out of the main drag. There's some parks and things like that, sort of Kent area that are just planted out gardens. This is a really nice city. There's more pavement here, and you are led to some large gates, and they are beautifully bronzed gates, shining in this sunlight, glinting, and in the filigree that surrounds it across the top is the name Hoofbringer. Written in common and beneath in Orcish.
that seemed like a really nice house. So from what I got, we're gonna help those people.
This is a place, yeah. This is where we're going.
Say, how can a place like this got have robbed?
That's what our job is today.
Is it really all of a job?
Yes, that is the job that we've been given.
Hmm.
You are welcome to insight check, Nanafoon.
Ooh. Let's see. Oh, you're lucky because I have a +5 in insight, and this is a 13.
You get that
Strelok
there
got
might
an
be.
18.
Oh, okay. Strelok, you know that Nanafoon might have an ulterior motive. Uria, you get the kind of feeling that there's something that's hidden, but Nana's probably not being completely honest with you.
Secret on the phone. Tell me now, or else we're done.
What's a phone?
I don't know what that meant. What do you mean you're done?
Well,
What's a phone?
seems like you have something that you are hiding from me.
I'm always hiding something.
Where are you hiding it?
Pulls out a thing. It's a little piece of mushroom. That's what I'm hiding.
Oh,
Well, there's something you're not telling me about the mission.
All right. How we found the job might have not been in the most
Legal way.
honest circumstances. I've told them that we are investigators. We ain't got a clue about investigating, but we're gonna have a go anyway. And I thought that maybe we might happen to acquire some of the wealth that might be within this building by accident. It might end up in one of Strelok's large pockets.
okay.
I mean, if there are mean people that just don't care about the other people, I will close my eyes.
What if there are people that have a lot already? So you think that people that have a lot should keep a lot, and people that don't have very much and that are hungry?
Do you think
I don't say that they should keep it everything they have, but they earn what all they have most of the time.
Do you think sharing is good?
I think sharing is good as long as you
we're
earn
going to
it.
share for them.
Well, you can't share everything when the other party just doesn't want to. You can't force people.
Morals aside, shall we see what's inside?
Okay.
Okay. There is a small indent in the center of the gate that is pressed by Nanafoon like she's a professional, reaches out the middle finger and presses it in. And a few moments later, a pale grayish blue gent in a very trim black suit with a purple with tails on it and with purple lining approaches. There are slight points to the ears. There's a kind of swept over black kind of comb over going on, quite short. The features are angular on this person, and they say to you, you have returned with your friends, your fellow investigators. Yes, do come inside quickly, and beckons you inside.
Is this the main entrance then?
Yeah, this is the main entrance, the main gate that you've arrived
I'm going
at.
to make a show of peering around, looking.
Okay.
I love Rosalind. She's my
Performance
favorite.
check to see if this looks convincing.
Okay.
Sorry, Diaz, go on. What did you say?
15.
It's not bad. He's like, I can see you're eager to get to work. Come in. And takes the gate and shuts it. And there is a mysterious effect as the gate shuts. The hubbub and noise of the street is completely shut out. You can see and feel the air that moves through, but there is no noise now. All you hear is the inner sounds of these beautiful gardens. Now, the gardens you saw outside were well kept. In here, there is the most beautiful topiary being carved, great jutting orc skulls and beasts like owlbears roaring, and then like with someone with a spear through its side. Great sort of dramatic scenes are being displayed amongst these tinkling water fountains and little rivulets of water that run through the place.
This is pretty, but not as pretty as a temple.
Farming plants. They are very skilled.
Okay, come with me. I shall. Sorry.
Starla, you think that your snow will like those leaves? They seem juicy for him.
Ed says no.
Oh.
Nana Foon starts kind of rapporting with this butler. Yeah, these are the top end professional investigator types. We are here to do the deeds that we would like to perform for you. And he says, yes, very well. I'll lead you through, and Lady Hoofbringer will meet you shortly. You're led through winding gardens and well hidden by the amazing form of landscaping. You come round a corner and there is a beautiful red brick mansion right in the center of this town. You wouldn't know it was there. It is red brick with white cornerstones that hold this thing up, with great heavy oak doors, and every lintel on the windows, the bottom lintel has beautiful flower boxes trailing down, wisteria growing up one side of the wall, beautiful purple flowers and creepers, but everything really, really well maintained. You're led through. The door is not locked. On the front of the house, not to this fellow, he just opens it, and it opens at his touch, and leads you through a selection of hallways. The hallways are bedecked with paintings, beautifully done paintings of orcs in very formal regalia. It's actually it's quite strange to see the regalia that they are wearing. The female orcs appear to be dressed almost in near on elven garb, very flowing, silky like drapes and gossamer fabric that isn't the traditional image of an orc that you would think of. Certainly not what Strelok would be familiar with. There are also depictions of male orcs standing on kills, that kind of stuff. You're led to a sitting room with a fire blazing in it. For some reason, on this hot day, there's still a fire lit in the place. Giant wing-backed armchairs, and in this room there are things set out. They would call this a parlor. And the fellow says, "I will I shall attend to my lady, and I will be back shortly," and leaves the room.
So we're in like the like a drawing room?
Drawing room?
Yeah, very, very similar to this kind of thing. You're in a room. There is a chaise lounge in the window that looks out on these beautiful gardens. There is.
This is kind of sounding like a very French house.
Yeah. That's my kind of like French manor house kind of thing. Beautiful mantelpiece bedecked with things.
I wonder how long he's going to be. I wonder if I have time to very quickly take out my forgery kit and create some business cards for us that look very official.
I really like this idea. So yeah, we're going to
I'm
say
gonna
you can you
very
probably
quickly.
yeah. So yeah, have a go. So what do you roll?
So forgery kit, duplicate documents. So I suppose this is a little bit of a, but I also have calligrapher's tools as well. So I guess I've got things that I could do to make things. Deception is a well-crafted papers proclaiming you are like a noble or something like that.
Yeah.
Or history is about historical documents.
Okay, so let's have it as a deception check. Let's see how well your deceivingly convincing piece of work is going to be.
What are you making?
Like business cards. Oh no.
Like an investigator's license?
Yeah, I wanted to make us like all like Foon and Poe, Foon and Poe's like detective agency or something like that, but I rolled a fucking 1. So
do you want
trying to
some
do it really
guidance?
quickly?
I was about to offer that too, but
too late. The dice has been rolled.
Yeah.
The dice has been rolled.
She spells all our names wrong.
I spill ink, or it's too quick, and
there is there's something not convincing, but you think that this is, well, to you've done what you could do right now. This is the best you can make of this situation.
On one side, it's absolutely perfect. On the back, it's like a brochure for a butcher's.
Yeah.
Or like the back of a printout where you.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the first thing that you found was Stralock's receipt for a drink with lumps. So it just says on the back, drink with lumps.
Drink with lumps.
On the back of it. You
it's
wait
like a
some
McDonald's
time.
receipt.
You wait some time, taking in the veloured wallpaper, which is again like sort of little fleur-de-lis and things into the wallpaper. Is there anything you'd like to do in this space?
These don't look very good, do they, Nana?
I
It was a bit too quick.
I think you've done better work, Rosalind. But it's what we've got to go with right now. Shall we bother handing this to them? It looks like a child has been sick on it.
I can be pretty convincing.
I can be sick on it.
No, we don't need extra sick, Stralock. You misunderstand, my poor fellow. What do you mean?
Okay.
You can what? You think you can persuade these people that we are what we say we are, Oria?
Actually, because one time I went into a dungeon. This is where I met my friend that is a kobold that actually pardoned me now. I met in the dungeon, and there was a belt that a giant were wearing. And I took the belt, and I put the belt, and now I speak Dwarvish. And actually, I'm very convincing with people.
All right. Well, shall we let her do the talking then? Vivian, what do you think? I've spent most time with you today, and I've had a few points since then, so my judgment is probably not the best. I put it to you.
Well, I haven't been drinking, so if anything, I'll say, wait, someone broke in and stole something, you said?
Yeah, apparently so. They haven't told us the case, what's happened yet.
All right. So I was thinking, I'm really good at finding and investigating things. So I was gonna go to the crime scene of what happened, and then you guys can go and interrogate or investigate the rest of the house to see who's been what, while also doing what you guys need to do, either for personal investment or I forgot where I was going with this.
You're saying that we should go and investigate what other things they have around the place that might be clues or might be worth money.
Yeah.
I think that might be a very good idea. Let's wait
A
and
risk
see.
assessment.
Sorry, say again, Stuart. I missed it.
A risk assessment.
Yeah.
A risk assessment. Stralock. Assessment.
Yes.
It was a word that was very long, Stralock, I think is what Nana's saying, right? Correct?
That's what I was trying to convey.
Yeah.
All I conveyed was ass.
The good boy.
Happens to the best of us, Nana.
It's just bad stroll on you, like
You wait 10 minutes.
good boy.
You wait 20 minutes.
Rosalind wouldn't wait that long before like looking at some interesting. As soon as she fucked up the cards, it's
Investigation, clean.
looking what's in this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. See what we can find.
Oh, maybe
so
me and
there-
Vivian can go together. I'll give you advantage, Vivian. We can, unless you don't want to.
I know. Let's see. Hey, so that's 25.
A 25, lovely. So you, there's several areas of interest. There's the back window, there's the one window that looks out, that looks onto gardens. There is a mantelpiece that looks quite interesting. There are a chest of like a cupboard kind of thing on one side of the room. Which one of these three do you want to use that 25 on?
Wait, can you repeat the options again?
Window, mantelpiece, cupboards.
Oh.
Is the mantelpiece fireplace mantelpiece or?
Yes, indeed, it sits above the fireplace. And from just looking, you can see ornaments of sorts that glint.
Yeah, let's go with the mantelpiece. Yeah.
Okay, you look upon the mantelpiece, and with that 25, you take in everything that is on there. There are some small etchings upon there of family stuff done on metal, scratched into the metal itself. There is one instrument in the center that is made of gold. It has a gold base that is circular. Up from the center rises a small column of metal, and atop it, imagine like a merry-go-round, like the top of a fairground ride type merry-go-round that is shaped like this but circular. Does that make sense? Like the top of a merry-go-round, which balances on that point of metal, and around it hang four like symbols. One representing sunshine, rain, the opposite side, wind, and like snow on the other side. You believe this is some sort of arcane weather-telling device.
Oh. How big is this room again?
The room is large.
And is the device pointing towards like sunny because it's quite warm outside?
Yeah, it is. It is locked onto sun.
Interesting.
Is there a piano?
Yeah, why not? There's a piano.
Stralock's going to go and play
It's
the
not.
piano.
It's not a piano. It's a harpsichord.
Oh. Well, he'll try and play that as well.
Okay.
Harpsichords are like pianos, right? There.
Well,
Yeah.
While everybody's not watching Stralock's going to go and play with things he's not meant to.
Okay, so let's have a performance. See how beautiful the music is you produce.
I mean, I shit you not, that is a natural 20.
Nice.
The music you
What a waste of a natural 20, but okay.
Natural 20s are never a waste.
Just Strelok's just oh my god.
It's the perfect place for
Okay.
Strelok to play it. You all hear this start. You hear this kind of stuttering start. Maybe the keys are a little bit too fine for Strelok's fingers, but after he finds his way around the keyboard and takes out a few detuned keys and skips those ones, this hasn't been played in some time. The melody that seeps from Strelok's fingers is like nothing that you would expect from Strelok. It is a haunting melody that sweeps up, down, back, round, and envelops you and takes you away, all of you, from what you are peering at within the room. You are haunted, entranced by this melody, and Strelok seems far away, dreaming of whatever Strelok dreams of in that brain of his. And as the piece crescendos up, this beautiful, soaring, heart-aching song with no words, just sung by the very notes of the strings being struck, you hear a tiny clapping sound behind you.
Oh, hello.
You turn and you see this about 8 foot tall orchess. She is dressed in the raiment that you've seen before, these floating elven type robes. But underneath you realize that there is some certain type of girdling corset type thing that is very well hidden behind these layers of silk. The bust is pushed up forwards and is cresting the dress. Long red hair is tumbled down one side. A shaved section comes away, and at the top there is cornrows, a couple of rows here, and then shaved down the side. There is a beautifully immaculate face and full orc ears that rise up out of the hair. Large.
Does she have a hat?
There is no hat.
Okay, because I was gonna say, are you doing Lady Dimitrescu?
It's not Lady Dimitrescu.
No.
Luke would lose his mind if it was.
I think Strelok might lose his mind anyway.
Strelok's losing his mind. This is a very pretty lady, Tim.
Hi. We are here to investigate. Sorry, we are here to investigate actually the affair that occurred in your manor.
Says, excuse me, and takes from within part of this raiment that she wears a small handkerchief, and she delicately dabs a tear away from her eye. She says, I'm so sorry. That was ever so moving. What fingers you must have.
Why?
Ralak, she's doing you a compliment. Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. It is gratefully deserved. What a marvelous player you are. Thank you for coming so quickly. I'm afraid that you'll have to speak to me as the master of the house is away right now. It's rather embarrassing as we are in charge of security here. Us hoofbringers have been hired for, or our company has been hired quite often to watch over wagon trains and caravans moving across the landscapes to and fro. And if news were to get out of what has occurred here, we would be lose somewhat the reputation that we have gained.
Fear nothing. We will investigate very discreetly because we know your reputation is really important to you. And we must keep this under the table, as we may say.
Uria went from being very squeaky to being very Zerlith.
Yeah, what's going on here?
You've got to say that with, you got to do that in an
This
Aurea
is
voice.
this is a serious voice. Okay.
Oh, she has a serious voice.
She has.
Well,
she
is
says,
this, can I,
yeah,
is this like a two sort of people sort of thing? Is this a,
This hurts.
can
my
I do
brain.
some kind of figuring out, I don't know what it would be,
okay,
arcana?
an insight check then to see what's
Okay.
going on with Uria's seemingly split voice. And Uria, we will have to.
Is this just Uria's telephone voice? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Got a 9, not very good.
So she would stay kind of in a position like this, just under her breast, like really religiously and serious, and just a straight posture.
So yeah, you might gain from that this is how she behaves when dealing with her god, maybe.
I know it's difficult to keep voices up sometimes. I'm not
No.
nitpicking. I'm just wondering whether this was an actual thing or not.
It is.
She says that would be most desirable. And she walks over to the piano where Strelok is sat, and she just idly plays like a couple of keys and looks at Strelok. And then drifts back to the rest of you. Yes, the problem being is we have our terranium.
Terranium.
Pardon?
We have a sealed-in garden in the rear of the property.
Oh.
Where we have chosen to keep a rather special artifact of our house. A red gem called the Orc Eye. And it is no longer...
that Uria was mentioning.
Sorry.
Uria mentioned a red nipple earlier.
There's a slight blush at the word nipple, and she says, no, this is a large gem taken from, it would seem, under our noses.
Taken? Good grief. And this has been in the family, for many generations?
It is what you might call an heirloom.
I see. Is it well known among the community that you have this heirloom, or is it relatively secret?
Hi, sweetie.
There you go. She says, those in the inner circle have seen it. We often use that area for parties and things, entertainment. Especially in the winter, it keeps the heat in marvelously.
Tropical, I imagine.
I may ask, do you have any suspect or any people that you doubt to trust?
Now, this is where it becomes complex.
Oh.
As you've seen, the building is well protected by the outer fence. And as you have seen, there are very few people other than the servants who I've most trusted, who have been with us for a long time. Oh, good girl. No, no. That's right. Yeah. Cool. Bye. She says, and it was locked from the outside.
So the person that may have planned this war disaster might be still here. Well, this is tricky because we need the list of people that actually know how to open this safe and when and who was with them at the approximate hour it might have been done.
They say, Penn, the butler who you have met, has the key. He opens, sets up the room, sets it all up in the center by the fountain where the orchai is set inside of the dome. You can see it out the window. Come. She guides you to the window, and as you look out, you see, again, very well-kept gardens, and from the below where you are, you realize that the garden drops down from the back of the house. There is a gravel path that leads along, probably about 40, 50 meters along, to a large glass dome made up of tiny of triangles of glass. Each triangle of glass is probably 2 foot on each side, and then builds up this great geodesic dome. It's huge. You can see inside it is filled with lush foliage, greens, and large flowers bloom inside of this space. And on the front of it, it has a sort of, like the front of an igloo that comes forwards. It has a section like that, which is the entrance.
Okay. Hmm.
And did you have a party recently then?
Me, myself, and Lord Hoofbringer were enjoying drinks of the night.
Where is Lord Hoofbringer?
He is out on work. He is guiding a caravan of special important a dignitary, and my husband takes his work most seriously and will accompany certain special dignitaries. It leads to a level of professionalism that we maintain, and also has other benefits when you are sat alongside powerful people.
Must hear all kinds of secrets.
The tongues are loosened when the alcohol flows.
Whatever you can use to your advantage. I respect that.
Is your your butler, the one we've seen, the only one that has a key, or does anyone know or have seen this key before?
She says, Penn is the only one to open or close any of the locked spaces in this door, in this place. He is trusted beyond trust.
Does Penn remember the hours preceding and after the item has been missing reasonably well? Are they very clear in his memory?
I can call him.
When is Mr. Hoofbringer back?
When is he due back?
Yeah.
Oh, a week or so at least.
Okay.
All alone in this big old dusty house.
Okay.
Don't get shy, Luke. Strala.
Strello. No, that's not what Strellock's thinking about, but okay.
There is.
Oh, have we gotten the name? Sorry, of Lady. We call her Lady Hoofbringer, right? Is that the correct? Okay.
You can call her. You can ask her her first name if you wish to.
I lords and ladies shouldn't really be asked for their first name. Maybe Stralock could get it, but
she picks up a small bell from the mantelpiece, from the cupboard. Sorry, because you looked at the mantelpiece. The cupboards, rings it, and soon appears Pen. Pen is there for you to question. Please, what do you ask?
So, sir, you were using one to discover that this jewel was missing.
No, I was not. I sadly did not notice. I was too busy about my work. I went in, cleaned up a little bit, then found that there was a pair of eyeglasses left that I know to be Lady Hoofbringer's. And when I told her, she was wandering the gardens and came in and to pick up the glasses. And when we both looked up to the statue that holds the orc eye, it was not there.
so I'm sorry, folks. I need to just go quiet for a moment. I'll be back at some point.
No problem.
So you are saying that you left the place unlocked, seen by everyone at this moment, until your lady.
Oh no, you get me wrong. I don't know your name. You get me wrong.
You can call me Uria.
Uria, you get me wrong. No, upon leaving, I always lock such a place. It is my duty. It's my found duty.
Have you perhaps sensed some kind of a disturbance in the air? So maybe some kind of magic. I don't know if you are maybe keen to the arcane.
When do you mean?
When you entered and when you left that day.
Not that I remember.
Are we still in the drawing room?
Yeah, still in the drawing room, looking out on this garden. Not that I remember, Lady or Miss Aurea.
Does Mr. Hoofbringer know it's been stolen?
We have sent birds.
Has anything come back?
Not as yet.
Okay. How?
It shouldn't be long till we get a reply.
Maybe Mr. Hoofbringer took it with him?
Not likely. It was his father's and the father before. It goes back many generations, and it is not something that is likely to be disturbed.
Is the statue locked right now?
The room, the garden is locked. The inner glass garden is locked right now. Yes. Here, I have the key. And he holds it up, and you see this sort of rusted key.
Have you ever found it, except for the glass, of course? Have you ever found something else?
I'll put my hand up to try try to get it, but she's like small, so it's like she'll just like.
He says, if you are due to investigate this, you are bound also to Lady Hoofbringer. Here, take the key, and hands you the rusted key.
Oh, the butler had it. I thought it was Lady.
No,
Oh shit! All right.
the butler has the thing, so passes you the key.
All right. Yeah, I'll just take the key.
Yeah, cool. Sorry, what were you asking, Nuria?
She was asking if she, except of the glass, have he seen something else that might be not usual?
Lady Hoofbringer keeps a number of interesting plants within the that inner garden, hence why we lock it.
Rosie asks whether the butler leaves very often and goes into town, or has to go and meet anybody in town.
I very rarely leave. My apartments are here. The food is delivered. The Hoofbringers, when not on business, really respect their privacy, as you can tell with the dampening that we have round it with the noise. We don't want the noise of the town to get through.
Rosie will also ask if there's any visitors.
No visitors of late. Business has been very busy.
Or deliveries.
Yes, there was one delivery, yes.
What was it?
A fine cabinet.
Who delivered it?
It was on the back of a truck with whatever else, like just it was on the back of a standard delivery truck, the same that we normally get, but slightly larger, obviously, to take this encumbered weight.
Where is the cabinet now?
That's how I serve the drinks in the Bavarian.
Was it opened when it arrived?
It was in a packing crate.
And where was it stored?
It was unpacked in the Bavarian, the packaging taken away. A fine piece it is, beautifully crafted.
Did you open it up yourself or stock it yourself?
I did stock it, yes.
How soon from its delivery?
As soon as I could. The drinks table that we had was far too crammed with bottles and was not the appropriate thing to host a dinner party from.
Would it be possible somebody was inside of the cabinet upon its delivery and found their way inside that way?
No, just glassware inside. As far as I saw, glasses, upper shelf, little, the front folds down, and there is a small table where the drinks are, and underneath glasses.
Is it in the room?
It is next to the fountain. It is next to the statue.
My lady, may I ask about this glass? Do you remember leaving this glass here?
Which glass, sorry?
The one that the battle found and came to here.
I'm very careless with my eyeglasses, I'm afraid. I don't need them only when I wish to read something or recite some poetry or something of that kind. I don't need them when just traveling, so my brain is full of so many other things, the most interesting items.
Can I insight that?
Yes, you can.
Strelok, in the meantime, is going to use magic awareness.
That's a 6.
He can open his awareness to the presence of magic.
Mm-hmm. So what did you get, Uria?
6.
6. You don't know. Yeah, so you open your presents and you feel that the key that Vivian holds is ping in.
Is the key magic?
Oh yes, quite magic.
Or how? So
As
he'd
I
know
s-
he'd know what kind of magic it would be as well, by the way.
So he says, as I said, Lady Hoofbringer, and he nods to her, and she tilts the head and inclines and says, has a interesting collection of plants. Some of the rarer varieties that are more animate than others. The entire dome is protected in a warding to prevent escape through it.
Okay.
If it's an example, but if for some reason someone went to enter this room with the jewel, would it be able to cast some magic?
Once they were inside the space, do you mean?
Locked. Yes.
Magic is available within that field. It's not an anti-magic field. It's just a barrier that comes down all around the dome.
If Stralok goes and wanders over towards the dome,
Okay, you go
can
out
he
to the
sense
garden.
that can he sense that the warding is still there?
Yeah, the warding is on right now. We can have this conversation as you're walking down to the garden. Yeah, you're trekking out
Yep.
as well.
So however, if the warding is still up,
Yeah.
the only conclusion we can come to is that somebody had the key to get in, or was smart enough to dispel the warding and also re-enchant it after they left.
Or they could have charmed the butler and wipe his memory.
A little bit meta. Stralok, I'm going to say Rosie asks this because Stralok wouldn't think of this.
Mhm.
But Rosie will ask who enchanted it, who warded it, who's responsible for the warding of the dome.
A dwarven. He says, I'm unaware of who warded it. The butler, and he looks searchingly towards Lady Strada, and she says, my father's great great grandfather did business with an artificer once, many years ago, and his payment was to build this for us.
His payment.
His payment to us.
Oh.
We guarded a certain item for him for some time, and in return, this wonderful thing was built, and we have cultivated over the years and expanded the collection quite somewhat.
You said that during winter the stone is keeping you warm. Is it a magical warm?
Sorry, the stone is keeping you warm.
Yeah, you said during winter the stone that they bring is keeping them warm.
I thought that was the gem that's, yeah. He said like during winter, like oh, just like one of the warmest places to like have a party and stuff.
It is a natural. It is a natural
It's like a
aspect
giant greenhouse.
to glass.
Oh,
You will
okay,
find
okay.
that glass will refract and insulate heat.
Do you
As
have
you
a
move closer-
replica of the stone?
The as you look at the greenhouse, basically. It is all made of metal pieces on the outside, about 2-foot triangles that tessellate and make the whole thing. There is no stone. It's just the glass of the greenhouse would be the insulator that would keep everything warm inside. Hence, tropical odd things could grow within this space.
She mentioned some of the plants were animate. Are there any plants in the dome near where the statue is?
She says, they tend not to come too close. We feed them well most of the time, but they may be a little bit more ravenous as we've not been in since we've locked it.
You haven't touched it at all since the incident.
Apart from me going in and starting to clear up a little bit, oh, that's the wrong voice. Apart from me going in and starting to clean up a little bit, we have not touched the scene at all. No, left it as is.
You shouldn't have cleaned it. You may have wiped some evidence.
I did not notice, if you remember, that the stone was missing immediately. It was only when I was brought back to the space with Lady Hoofbringer that I noticed that there was anything awry. No
What did
passive perception.
Did insight check that?
Is it okay if I can go and see the runes that keep up the barrier?
Yes, they are inside. You will have to step in.
No, okay. Yeah.
Do you need
Well-
my assistance any further?
I don't believe so, but I don't know if the others will need your assistance.
He turns to the rest of you.
We may call you from time to time for some details or some little thing like this.
He pulls from his pocket a small bell, a replica of the one that you saw earlier. Just ring, and I shall come. Thank you. Please, I bid you that you solve this problem for my lady. It is taxing her somewhat. And she says, Lady Hoofbringer says, it is taxing, Pen. I'm feeling rather faint. Could we return to the house? He says, very good, my lady. I shall guide you. Would you care for an arm? I would, but not yours. And she glances at Strelok.
Oh,
Just a
dear.
little look, and then proceeds with a off to the house, and the butler follows.
They're both gone.
Yeah.
Strelok's just been pulled along, like.
No. She doesn't take Strelok with you. She just glances and she's just trying to drop major hints.
Strelok, you should go. The lady really likes you.
Vivian, you are welcome to unlock the front part.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm on. Go ahead.
Wait.
Yes.
Strelok will take out his greatsword and try and swing at the glass dome entrance.
Okay.
You begin.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Oh boy.
Inside the dome?
No, not yet. No, you're still
No.
outside.
As I'm about to open it, that's when he's doing that.
Natural 20.
Okay.
What a waste of a natural 20, because I know it's not going to do shit. So it's 24 to hit.
You take 9 force damage as you're blasted 20 feet backwards from the thing.
Ouch.
Sandok, are you okay?
You great big idiot! She just said that it's got a ward on it. What are you doing?
It works.
Yes,
What?
it bloody works. Oh, and then Nana
Oh,
realizes
okay,
what
lucky.
what Stralok's brain was thinking. She's, oh, I'm sorry, Stralok. I think I owe you an apology. Yes, it does work.
Oh.
Yeah, Vivian, you take the key. Rusted as it might be, it fits in the lock perfectly and turns seamlessly. There is no pressure. As you do so, Stralok, your magical sense feels the outer door that you see. You feel the warding drop on this thing, and it kind of opens up outwards towards you. And then now there is a small space inside that could only just about contain maybe about probably about 6 or 7 people at a time. That's kind of like, and then there's another door that's on the dome's actual surface. We're talking like an airlock type situation.
Is there a drain for the water or anything?
In this space, not yet. No, you're just on kind of a gravel path that goes in between.
Are there we didn't get to ask them whether there are any, like, rich people tend to have animals, corgis, whatever it is. I'm wondering if they have pets other than the plants, the sentient
So
ones.
I think the plants are part of the security system.
What would you like to do? You see the second door?
Alright, I'm entering, waiting for them to come in so that I can close it if they want to come in.
Sure.
Nana's
Oria
in-
is just like trotting
Na-
away inside.
Nana is in there immediately.
They haven't been fed in a while. Oh no.
Nana, do you have some kind of I don't know, some little insect?
She says, "I have." Points at the
Um,
caterpillar that's on her head, on the stick.
Because I think those kind of plants really like insect, but maybe we can give them something else to munch on.
It does
like-
depend on how large they are.
Maybe some mushroom.
Mushrooms. Now you're talking. She does have one mushroom that she pulls out that is large from within the folds of her tattered jumper.
Is it the same one?
It's the same one.
And there's nobody like watching us as we enter this dome, right? I mean, can I like do a sort of double?
Yeah, let's have a perception check.
I don't know why I keep choosing to do wisdom skills when I've got like a -1 to 12.
Oh, you don't think so?
Okay.
There's the tranquil feeling of this garden. You can see how this would be relaxing. The birds are tweeting. You can hear the flutter of the leaves that are not inside of the dome, and you just see that that you've got Vivian just inside, waiting for you guys to come inside this airlock situation.
Okay, can I peer in? Well, I'm going to go inside the dome. I'm going to stay quite close to the entrance. Is it dirt, ground, because plants, or
when you peer in through any of the glass that you see, you can see a meandering path that winds off in between. Imagine like a like the tropical house at a wildlife center kind of thing, where you've got a gravel path that leads through and
like
banks
the
on
Eden Project?
Exactly like the Eden Project, like banks on either side that have mud and are planted out.
Okay. maybe, okay, right. I'll bank that piece of information. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to go in.
So are you all getting in this little airlock?
I am.
Yep.
Okay, airlock in. You shut the outer door. Until you shut the outer door, the inner door will not open. If you try the
Yeah,
inner
okay.
door while the outer one is open, there is no way to open this door.
The lemur
Stralock,
house at the zoo.
you feel that the wards kind of swap sides of you as the ward comes up outside, as the one inner now lets you inside. Okay,
So now we're inside. Is there a drain?
there are drainage holes along guttering rather than holes that runs alongside. This seems to be a system for irrigation to sort of let water out of somewhere to filter it through the rest of the place. There are these mud banks beside you, held up with wood and wooden stakes and like small low wooden fencing that's kind of made raised beds either side of you. And in there you see all kinds of fauna.
Okay.
I just had a really bad idea.
Oh no.
Just a really bad thought that this might be a Rocky Horror, not a Rocky Horror, Little Shop of Horrors situation where nothing's actually been stolen, but we're being lured into this terrarium for pet food.
Feed me, Seymour.
And we got to sing to. Anyway.
It's the musical theatre episode.
You've already started with the intro with the piano music, the harpsichord music's over there.
Yeah. Is the drain big enough for the jewel to fit in?
It doesn't appear to, when you follow the path of the kind of guttering, it doesn't go anywhere apart from into the mud banks to sort of help water the plants.
How big was this jewel again? About?
Yeah,
About,
we're talking, yeah.
okay.
And it was being held up as a statue
If
or
you
on a
follow the-
pedestal.
Yeah,
there is a clear path that sort of leads forwards. You haven't found the statue yet.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Then, yeah, I guess we should start exploring the place, see if we can find.
Do you follow the path or do you go through the undergrowth?
I'll follow the path.
Follow the path. But sorry, can I just recap? The last time that anybody was in this dome was the lady and lord of the house. Butler had opened it up and it was just the lady and lord of the house. It wasn't like they had visitors. I'm sorry, my brain is struggling today.
Yeah, so the situation was the evening before, the lord and lady
Yeah.
were enjoying drinks in here.
Yeah.
Around the fountain. The jewel was present at that point. The following morning, the butler Penn went in and did not notice. Found the pair of
did some
glasses while
cleaning.
cleaning up. Found the lady of the house in the gardens nearby. Invited her in to come and collect the glasses. And at that point, the lady realised that the jewel was missing. Her eyes automatically drawn to it.
Glasses, like glasses or
Eyeglasses, yeah, indeed.
Spectacles.
and did anyone ask who they were? They were the ladies?
They were the ladies, yeah. She doesn't do, she can't see very well reciting poetry.
But the butler came in to set things up, saw the glasses, left to go find the lady. Did he recall magically locking the... Okay, so he did recall that. Okay, so sorry, I'm just going back over details that I might have half heard.
It's hot,
Okay.
everyone. It's flipping hot.
Yeah, also like urgent email coming in is never like good. Okay.
You follow the
Interesting.
path round, and it eventually opens out. As you walk round, you hear in the shrubbery movement, lumbering things moving, but the path seems to be safe for now.
We haven't eaten either. Like, we didn't get our breakfast.
No, you didn't ask about refreshments, and Nanafun forgot to also, seemingly taken in by Strelok's wonderful harpsichord performance. You reach the center area. There are a set of metal chairs, all painted up in white paint. There is a fountain, and the fountain in the center, there are two orcs, naked as the day they were born, entwined with hands reaching up. One is most obviously Lady Hoofbringer, and the other one you assume to be Lord Hoofbringer. Their hands aloft like this, sort of entwined, and a very clear area where a setting would be for a gem.
Rich people.
I'm going to hide Starlush eyes like, don't look. This is bad for your eyes.
Alright.
Oh no. Okay.
So
But
we
those of you,
need to
sorry,
we need to find evidence.
And we could tell that, like, them doing that, that's where the crystal's supposed to be held?
exactly.
Very, okay. I was like, why are the hands like that? I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh yeah. All right. I'll go to the statues and see, like, if anything's unusual, or like if anything's like either like chipped or scratched or something like that.
Let's have an investigation.
Oh, not that good. 6 plus 7. That's what? 13?
Mhm.
Yeah, 13.
You notice that the water in the fountain that surrounds this edifice has small fish that swim within it. You do, with the 13, notice that there is something floating on the water.
Oh, on the water.
Yeah.
What can I like scoop it up and see what it is, or like?
Mhm. You scoop. Looks like wood shaving.
What shade? Hmm.
Where is the wood in here?
Yeah.
It's not
Like
from
if
the
I
path.
look up, or no, everything's glass, right? Like,
Glass walls, metal fixings, gravel floor.
Any
Trees?
trees?
yeah.
There are trees, but these all seem intact. This looks like worked wood. It has that telltale curve.
Oh.
That
Whittling.
yeah,
Is the statue made of stone?
solid stone indeed.
Is there any kind of complicated structure made of wood?
You look around. There is a cabinet, a wooden cabinet.
The delivery cabinet, right?
Is it in here or back in the house?
The wooden cabinet
Cabinet
is
in
that there is a cabinet back in the house that had a small bell on it. There is the drinks cabinet that was delivered that Penn described to you in here.
Right.
It is beautifully inlaid. It is gloss. There is a fantastic array of colours and knots that exist within this wood, and it is currently shut.
Has the so we need somebody to check their cabinet to see whether it's been altered in any way for a gem to be hidden in a secret compartment or something.
How long does your magic sense last, Strelok?
Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
Hmm.
I could do it again.
If Strelok thinks it's magical.
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Screw it. Why not?
So
Yep.
there's when you cast it, there's the buzz of the dome around you. And can it detect any level spell?
Can detect. It says, as an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
You sense a spell on the cabinet, and I believe it is conjuration again.
Rosie,
Yes, Sherlock.
cabinet in magic.
Magic cabinet, you say? Interesting.
The poof magic.
Oh, you mean this kind of magic that just make appear things?
Makes things go.
The cabinet has doors and drinks on top, right? So it's got bottles and glasses on top, and then it's got some doors.
It's almost the size of a wardrobe. This thing is quite big.
Oh,
so
right.
When you look at it, there is an ornate piece above the top. The front panel folds down and forms a table. Are you opening it? That's what I need to know, because then I can describe it to you and give you the full breakdown.
Oh, from not opening it. I'm trying to observe how many compartments there might be.
You
like,
think
just
maybe
openings
two large compartments.
So like doors that open like this.
Okay, so I have the spell Find Traps, and the description says, a trap for the purpose of this spell include anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect you would consider harmful or undesirable.
Okay.
So if I cast Find Traps.
Okay. You cast Find Traps. You reach out to see if there is any danger within this magical.
Or something undesirable.
Undesirable. There is nothing about this that is undesirable.
We open it now.
I think that's wise. Let's open it up. I will open it if nobody else is going to.
Rosalind opens it. So, Rosalind, you find that there is a front section that folds down almost like a bureau. That folds down and forms a small table. The surface is mirrored, and this is where you would put glasses, and you would then take the bottles of drink that are lined up. The glasses are stowed beneath. So the top section that folds down like this, all the booze is lined up inside here. The underneath section, you open it up, and this is where all the glasses are.
Charlotte wants to poke the mirrored bit.
Strelok, it is a mirror. Make an investigation
It's
check.
like a portable bar, right?
I think I'm going to look and check the name, sorry.
The cabinet?
The cabinet, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check the exterior of the cabinet, seeing where this little wood thing would be.
There is nothing on this that is unfinished. Everything is perfectly made. It is the most beautiful cabinet you've probably ever seen.
If I ask Vivian to hold up the wood shavings, is there any sort of grain that matches?
Okay. Let's have a what was the intelligence to match the grains of wood?
Strelok will get on his hands and knees and look underneath the cabinet.
Okay.
For an intelligence check to check?
Yeah, I think so. Intelligence, just straight up intelligence, because you're trying to use knowledge of two things. It's not really wisdom, is it? So it's not.
It may be someone. Oh.
So that's 21.
You think that some part of this wood is familiar. definitely. The grain is of a similar hue. The lacquer on the wood makes it seem slightly darker, but this could have been from the same type of tree, the same type of forest. Stralock, as you go on your hands and knees, you see that there are small feet upon the bottom of this cabinet, and you can see right out the other side. And you can, if you look under, as you peer underneath, you see there is a solid bottom to this.
Doesn't seem to have been altered in any way, the underneath.
Not from what you can see here, no. And Rosalind, as you're peering in, there is everything is arranged very symmetrically within the cabinet.
And there's no other compartments within the cabinet.
The lower cabinets where Stralock's crouched down open like this. There are glasses lined up that fill the whole space. The upper cabinet with the bit that falls down like this. There are two shelves, and everything comes out symmetrically from a central point.
There's
And
no
it's-
like little drawers
This-
or anything
yeah.
like that, or
As you look in the center one, you see that there is a sort of in the wood. There are these kind of shapes like this, moving down the back of the cabinet.
and Stralock can't locate where the spell is cast. It's on the whole cabinet.
Yeah, it's kind of imbibed within the very fabric of the wood.
I mean,
But
I can always do detect magic.
Stralock won't be smart enough to think of this, but maybe one of you will. Maybe it's like a bag of holding.
I was thinking it was like either a bag of holding or it's something where if there's another compartment that you put something in and it.
But with a bag of holding, you have to know what you're
Okay.
looking for.
I was thinking more like
on
a
draft.
teleportation box compartment or something like that.
Like
you
a
know.
cosmic
So I
post
was-
box.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe trying to put something that I have, like maybe just a copper piece in another compartment if there was, but it doesn't seem like there are other like little drawers. But you said something on the back?
Yeah,
Okay.
as you peer at the back, there's the mirrored glass that's on the sort of table section. Behind the bottles that are lined up very symmetrically, you feel that this is something Penn would have probably done, very precise in all the movements that he makes. But on the back of the cabinet, in the filigree inlay, there are sort of just these kind of shapes like this.
Do they look
Again.
like runes, magic things?
They don't look like runes, no.
Don't look like a gem would fit in them.
No, they're smaller than that. They're like.
But they're indents.
Do you touch it to find out?
What are they? Are they sort of?
They look
You can't see.
as you.
They're
look
like
at
enough
them,
of a hole, right?
Conjuration.
as
If anybody's
you
going to poke it, it's going to be strong.
as you look at them, they appear flush.
Right. So it doesn't.
It doesn't
Uh,
look. I'm
like
going to
it's-
book it.
Okay.
What he
Oria,
wants us to do. He wants us to poke the magic thing. Let's poke the magic thing.
you poked the magic thing. Did you cast detect magic at all?
Me?
Yeah.
But not yet. You didn't
Okay.
tell me.
No. I know you were talking about it, and then you offered it, but I didn't know if you wanted to cast it.
I wanted to cast it. I wanted to.
Okay,
Detect
you
magic
cast
would have
it.
only have given you the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Magic awareness would have.
But it highlights it, doesn't it? It highlights it in a fuzzy aura more precisely, I think. So you would know that the whole cabinet is magic, but where you see the kind of those telltale lines that sort of highlight around, you see that button's highlighted. That is not just a piece of the woodwork. Stralock sees the whole thing as magical. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it just says the location of any spell, so I presume that the cabinet is the location. Which is
yeah, the
fair.
cabinet is the location, but the highlighting thing that the detect magic has makes that bit glow. You touch it and you hear a from the right-hand side of the cabinet.
It was a magic button.
Guys, I did something. She's gonna look at the side and be like,
Rosie always told me not to put my fingers in strange holes.
I
Well,
like strange
again,
holes.
consent
Just
is
trying to
important.
pull something.
As
Get
you
some-
tap down the side, when you get to the level of where the bottom cabinet is, your hand goes inside.
Sorry,
Through the
I
what?
side.
found
As,
it.
as she moves her hand down the side, it's pattern like this, her hand slides inside the cabinet. Or
Like through what looks to be wood.
no, there is a hole there now as you move around the edge. As you look inside the cabinet where the glasses are, there are still glasses inside the cabinet. When you look at the side of the cabinet, there is a great hole, a tunnel near enough in the side of the cabinet.
So look, I may have lost my arm.
You put it back out, it is just a tunnel. There is a tunnel in the side of this
Oh.
cabinet.
A human?
How big a
Like
tunnel?
yeah, a humanoid size?
Yeah, a humanoid size. There is a
Oh, you did say this
Oh.
was a big
This is a
Drinks
Lion, the Witch, and the
cabinet.
Wardrobe kind of thing.
Can I take a quick look around us? Is anything converging on us? Any hungry plants?
no.
Okay.
I say we enter the
Going in
hole.
the cabinet. Let's go to bloody Narnia.
Yay!
Okay, so give us the running order. It's one by one.
I'm going first.
Okay. Aurea
I'm
dives
going
in.
last.
Okay. And
Just like a wiggly thing, like.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Who's
go
next?
wherever I'm told to go.
Roslyn, tell him where he's got to go.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at spells for some reason. Really, like, not at my best this evening, it seems.
I was like that last week. I was in a weird place last week.
Well, I was thinking about our very tried and trusted technique of rope from other campaign. And I have some rope. I mean,
Jolly good. Rope it is.
My still wiggling, so you can maybe catch one and tie it up.
Tie a bit of rope around her ankle quickly.
well, I was just thinking, like, what is the tunnel straight, or is it like Alice in Wonderland? You'll fall down.
No,
Can we
it
see
seems
the end of this tunnel?
completely parallel. No, it's a long tunnel.
Okay.
Is there light or is it dark?
It's
Like
quite dark inside the
okay.
tunnel.
Rope. I agree. Rope.
Yeah, it's just a very strange experience to be able to peer into something that seems to go on nearly forever. But then when you look at the front, there be just a regular drinks cabinet.
Rope.
I also have some torches. Can I? Well, my other idea is to just shoot an eldritch blast down the tunnel. Just see what happens.
In it. Don't you dare.
I had a cast light.
You've got cast light.
No, I got the cantrip light. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I can
yeah.
see in the dark, if that helps.
Yeah. Wait, who
Um,
can't see in the dark?
Who can't?
We're all,
Yeah.
we all can see in the dark.
Oh,
You-
then why do we need? All right,
No,
never
I
mind.
don't think I. Oh yes, I can. I can.
You're all night
60 feet.
crawlers. So, Booyah, as you start entering this tunnel and your vision kind of fades over from seeing normally to the shades of grey that you perceive inside the tunnel, you, after a little while crawling, about 20 foot or so, you do begin to see a light further on at the other end.
I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Alright.
I am very proud of this one.
Can I hang on a minute? 2 seconds. Oh,
Of course.
120 feet. I didn't think that was how message worked. No, they've all gone. No, it's okay. I've thought I had one spell, but I don't. I have a different spell. It's fine.
Okay.
Ignore me.
I thought it's a head sending.
Yeah, I thought for some reason I thought I had sending, but I can't possibly have sending because I'm too low level.
Not till 8, was it?
Yeah.
Why are you holding your D100?
Oh, just because it gives me great joy to hold this dice.
I'm scared.
You proceed. So yeah, are you guys all following up behind Uri's wiggly feet?
Yeah, I suppose.
Strelok's going.
Well,
Strelok's following her
here. Before we head in, I want to write a note.
Yep.
Leave it on the table. Weighed
Yeah.
down with some rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Gone into the cabinet tunnel. Press button at back if closed, and leave. Sign it. The awesome investigators. I don't know what we wanted to call ourselves. Well, it was Foon and Poe investigator.
Yeah. So yeah,
I love how we've managed to come up with a group name for this, but for our campaign,
Not right.
no, we just drew a blank.
Foon and Co. investigators.
Nana Foon nods approvingly, thinking like, yes, I'm clearly the leader of this operation. You climb into the tunnel. Nana Foon is second last. Vivian, this is not pleasant as you crawl in. The backdraft is unpleasant from Nana Foon. You crawl through the tunnel into the and on. Uria, you start feeling crunching under your hands.
Feeling what?
Like a crunching feeling under your hands.
Crunching, like some cat doing some
No,
knitting?
like when you put your hands down, they go crunch, crunch, crunch.
Can I look?
You can.
What is it?
Wood chippings.
Oh,
What is it, sorry?
Wood
Wood
chippings.
chippings.
Oh, wood chippings.
Wood
Okay,
shavings.
cool. Oh, is the outside of the
The
tunnel
artif-
like the wood of the cabinet?
I
this
know.
tonight?
I think it's taking us back to this artificer. I think he's conned them.
No, this is stone. The tunnel's stone.
Tunnel.
Yeah.
It's wood chippings inside. That's
I
the
think
same
I know what's
grain.
going on.
I think we're going back to this artificers. I think it's going to be.
And yeah,
con.
Oria is going like sneaky mon, like marching really slowly.
Give me that stealth roll.
Hmm?
Give me that
Yeah.
stealth roll.
Are we all doing it? Are we all going
I
stealthy?
think
Oh boy.
I think you should all do a stealth roll.
so.
Uria in
Okay.
your chunky armor. Disadvantage.
Oh fuck. This is a 9.
Got an 8.
Woo! I got a 9 too.
Wow.
Vivian.
With a disadvantage, I got a 17.
Okay.
A natural 20 and a 17.
Okay, let's see what Nana gets.
It helps you in no way, shape, or form.
So
Considering
the
rest
guys
of
at the
group.
back
Yeah.
are pretty quiet, going forwards. Oria's trying to do it, but shink, shink, shink.
First, stop!
As you're
What?
going,
Not you!
Oria, you your armor is not the best shape to get through this quite humanoid-shaped tunnel, but quite narrow tunnel. You now start smelling the smell of wood chippings and like, you know, when you've been in if there's a tree been felled or something like that, that kind of smell, that smell of sap and
Yeah.
that kind of smell.
Lumberyard.
Yeah, exactly that.
So I'm going to peek outside.
Yep.
Seeing any danger? Anything?
you peer into a workshop. Benches everywhere with clamps holding furniture together. There is glue setting. There are great tubs of glue. There are wood chippings everywhere. Pieces of wood leaned up against walls. All types of half-finished pieces of cabinetry and things all about you.
We are into the wood, the guy that makes the wood cabinets.
So sorry, we've entered into a room.
A workshop.
A workshop.
Workshop, yeah.
It's gonna be the dwarf.
Is there
Dwarf bit.
another door? Or is there any?
At this point, you don't see any door from where you're peering out at sort of. You don't even know what you're peering out of as yet.
So yeah,
Oh, right.
Oria is going to go out slowly
Mm-hmm.
and look around for danger, taking let me get what I have in my inventory. Taking my mace and my boomerang in another hand, searching for enemies.
Okay. Let's have that perception check, please.
Okay. That's a 9. I should have used my passive.
So as you climb out, do the rest of you come out of the tunnel, out of this thing?
Certainly don't
realise
want to
that-
stay in the tunnel.
You come out and you realize you come out of this the carpentry around the thing that you come out of is again two-dimensional. It's like a picture frame that you come out of. There is no back behind it, but you can pour out of this picture frame, and it is elaborately carved. Again, this is beautiful swirling wood, and as you step out, the picture frame is slammed to the ground onto its face.
Got trapped here.
Can we pick it back up and put it back up? Is it broken?
As you go to pick it up, you hear a great bellow behind you, and Uria, because you were first out, can you please let me see what I'm going to do.
She can go in front, came true.
Strelok just
you
checks
can
to
go-
see if Fred is on his shoulder okay.
Yeah, Frank's fine.
Fred, wasn't the snail Fred?
Okay, can
Fred.
you make a strength check for me, please, Uria?
Oh boy. That's a 4. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a natural 1, of course. So no, it doesn't. I don't. Let me check my modifier. Let's see. Was
Oh,
yours a
boy.
4? Oh no. Okay, so you feel your body lifted up from the ground, and you are held up above the ground in the air, and you are restrained.
Oh, this is a whole person, right?
It's telekinesis.
Ah.
Um,
Help, 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 help.
Would you all please roll for some initiative, please?
Hi.
Oh.
What is it with
Um,
me and 4? It's the
Can I-
5.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question before we do like the initiative order? Did we notice that the workshop has lots of wood items in, or okay, cool. So
Everything.
is
This is a cabinetry place, carpenter, you might call them. So,
Okay.
Aurea, what's the list?
5.
5, Aurea.
Oh no, I clicked off again.
Okay. What's yours, Rosalind?
I had it on the screen. Is there a way that you can get the history of your roles but not be in a campaign? I don't think there is there?
No, I'll let you re-roll. Don't worry. Just roll that.
I'll read. Okay.
What's your Strello?
12.
And
I
what's
got 14.
yours? You got
14.
14. And yours, Vivian.
16.
Okay. And Nana is going to be. Okay. So 16, Viv, 14, Ros. 15, and
So are we still in the tunnel or are we all out?
you kind of poured out of the tunnel.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, Vivian, you see rise up from behind one of these cabinets a tall, yellow-skinned creature, great elongated face, and with a hand gesturing upwards, lifting Uria up off the floor.
Hey, put me down.
Oh,
Put me down. Put me down.
I'm go ahead, point at it, and then cast Firebolt. With does a 20 hit?
It does.
Ooh, nice. And that's wow, 1 point of damage.
Oh no. Okay. Nana is gonna see that her new annoying friend has been lifted up off the ground, and she's going to she is going to cast Mold Earth, and she shapes up the ground beneath you. Just from beneath the wood of this wooden floor, a chunk of earth flows up through and creates a column underneath where you are.
Thank you.
Rockets up underneath you, and you now feel that the fall, if you are dropped, will not be as detrimental to your health. Rosalind, it's your go.
And I see this person. This
Popped up
this
behind the
humanoid.
bench. Sort of 6 foot, very thin, armor quite thick, and they start to produce from behind their head a sword, behind their back a great sword.
I'm going to try and talk to them. Oh, I've done something weird with my D&D Beyond, and I've aligned my. Okay, there we go. That's better. Sorry to intrude. We're here investigating. If you continue to be hostile, I will use a skill that I have where I can summon lots of very, very hungry termites to take away all your wood. If you don't want that to happen, I suggest that we sit down and we have a conversation.
The wood is the means, not the end. You fool.
Yeah, you're a big meanie that just wants to play in the adult courts.
So you don't care if all this wood gets destroyed and eaten by termites?
Plenty more trees for cutting down. You see Nanafoon bristle at that point.
Okay, I gave you a chance. I don't know whether you want that to be like my action. Is like
I'm gonna
having a
let you have
conversation.
that as your free talky bit,
Okay.
because
Okay, sure. So it was sort of like a threat, sort of like Okay. Cool. What shall how do I play a warlock? I suppose
Eldritch Blast, of course.
well, I've got Hex as well, so I assume that that's the thing that you do before. It's kind of like the hunter's mark of warlocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Hex.
Yeah, which bit?
Sorry?
You have to choose a skill, don't you?
Hang on. Place a curse on a creature that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack.
I'm thinking of Bane, sorry.
Yes, yeah. So this is just extra damage.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry.
So I'll do that. I'll take away that slot. And yeah, I'm going to get as much, I suppose, distance between me and them. And then we'll do some Eldritch Blast.
Let's have a little bit of a ranged attack roll, please.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, at this level I just do one, right?
One little blast, one little tasty blast.
One little blast. Let's see whether it hits. 12. Was a 12 hit?
Oh, no, it does not hit.
So.
Is it my turn?
It is no, you were last. You only got 5, didn't you, on your initiative? You don't get to go first. That's not how D&D works. It's Strelok's go. It's Strelok's go first.
So, Strelok will be rather upset at the idea of his new scaly friend being grabbed, and the fact that this guy seems to be rather mean. So he's going to rage.
Oh yeah.
Which means wild magic.
Yes.
Let's find out what happens today, folks.
You didn't took that barbarian. You didn't took it.
Oh, I did.
Oh, fuck.
I did.
We all fucked.
Okay, there's the table.
We are doomed.
No, you're not. You're fine.
We are fun
Yes,
times.
we are.
Most of the
Fun
wild magic stuff is harmless to people.
Wild magic's cool. That's what my new sorcerer is. The wild magic sorcerer. I'm excited.
Most of it.
Okay. This one's pretty scary. Shadowy tendrils lash around you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage. You'll also gain 1d12 temporary hit points.
What's my DC?
14.
Oh, I love a natural 20.
Oh no.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
That's okay. It doesn't even take half. He just... Oh. Okay. Hold on, I've got to roll for my temporary hit points now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so bonus action rage.
5, so I get 5 temporary hit points. Just gonna pop them in. Okay. Right. And then Strelok's just gonna hit him as barbarians do. Draw his greatsword and go charging.
Yeah.
That will be a 14 to hit.
You swing the blade down, brings up his sword in response and parry. His two great swords clash together. You can see his great sword is a bit nicer than your great sword.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
Well, that's my go. I did nothing.
Okay, it's
I literally did nothing.
as the parry goes up, 15.
Ooh.
What
Is that
to hit
on
me?
On Stralock, yeah.
No.
Comes up, goes back round, bounces off the armor. Natural 20 again. So
Yeah, that hits.
you take
Oh boy.
18 points of slashing damage.
Halved to 9 because I am a barbarian.
And their slashing damage, and then you take 12 points of psychic damage.
Owie. Ouch. Ouch.
Okay. It is Uria.
Hey, I am going to, let me get something first. So I am restrained, so I can't do anything.
You're restrained, which means you cannot move.
Okay.
You can cast spells and attack, but you are far away.
You can attack with disadvantage, can't you, as well? You're restrained.
I don't know.
No, the attack doesn't give you dis, as far if I remember rightly. Restrained. It's the other one. It's
Restrained would be disadvantage. Grappled would be
yeah, that's
not
it.
disadvantage.
I don't remember if I can do this. But I want to do a bless and summon my spiritual weapon. I don't know if I can do that.
One is a spiritual weapon is a bonus action.
Bonus action.
So you can bonus action that, but you can't then cast a because it's a
Can only
spell.
cast a cantrip then.
Yeah, you can only cast a
Mm.
cantrip then.
So a bless would be nice.
What
Bless
cantrip?
would be
You
nice.
could cast a
I
cantrip.
think you can attack with your spiritual weapon on the
Yeah.
Same turn. We established
same
it.
turn. Yeah. If we're using
Yeah.
Strahd rules.
If she wants to bless, she can't do
Yeah, she can't do both.
she
Yeah.
can't do both.
Ah, shit. But what I can do. So how much AP do you miss?
Me.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm missing a fair chunk.
Okay.
I'm at half.
Okay, you're off. So how about I give you 20 HP from my channel divinity?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Strauch, you feel a holy energy channeled directly into your soul, and your chest lifts, and the blow that was struck against you feels not so bad, and the headache that the psychic damage produced, it's like the strongest, most beautiful aspirin.
Oh, it tickles.
Hmm.
You're welcome. Now you,
Yeah.
Mimi, you're gonna strike down by my hero of
Okay.
justice and and spiritual weapon.
Yep, cool. And how does it appear? Tell us what it looks like.
Let me check. So I'm going to make it appear before his head.
Yeah.
And it appears out of thin air like some kind of like it would be a cloud condensing into a more and more and more clear and sharp image until there is a purple pink arrow before his forehead.
Okay.
And just and lash it upon his head to hit him.
Okay, go for it.
Does a 16 hit?
No. So whirls round this creature and off. Sort of
Ouch.
glancing off of this armor that he wears. It is. If you are you done? You done your bonus action? You done your action?
Well, technically,
The
channel divinity doesn't count as an action, but yeah, it doesn't
Did-
say specify if it's an action or a bonus action or anything. There's just a
On the
special.
on the
I never s-
breakdown, on the breakdown, sometimes it says when you do a certain ability, it'll say as an action. So go to the channel divinity and then go to the bit where it talks about what you can do as a channel divinity. It might say there as an
Okay,
action
add
you can
this
do
one
it.
as an action. Okay, okay.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Vivian, your go.
All right.
Remember that from Paris.
Paris, I miss
What an
Paris.
arsehole.
Yes.
I love Paris.
I love Paris. Vivian, go. Tell us what you're doing. You got no sound.
I still prefer my moody monk.
Am
He's
I
moody.
able to flank him?
Flank him. You would have to do some move to get round behind.
Yeah, like would I have enough movement?
Yeah, you could probably get round. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then, as my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and do my defensive shield
Yeah.
field so that I can get 4 temporary hit points because
Need them
they're,
hit.
they're squishy. And then I'm gonna go ahead and attack him with, yep, go ahead and attack him. Does a, what's 12 plus 7? 19? Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Yes. And then, which one's the D8?
Pyramids. 2 pyramids.
Okay, I gotcha. Found it. And that's, all right. Oh, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 points
Um.
of thunder damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Is this a shocking grasp?
No.
Okay. It growls as you what are you attacking it with? Sorry.
Oh, so I have I'm a armorer, so it's just like with gauntlets.
Okay, yeah, just like it growls and snarls as you pummel it with this gauntlet. Nana Foon sees you are now safe, Aurea, and you gradually feel this spell kind of releasing on you. So Nana is going to what is that we're going to do? Is going to what is she going to do? Oh my god, I don't know what she's going to do. I see she's gonna Misty Step right up into his grill. I think. No, what's she gonna do? No. She's gonna Bane, which I think is a bonus action. No, it's an action. Oh, bollocks. Okay, so she's gonna Bane him. She is going to debuff. Okay. Fails the thing, so it is now baned.
Ooh, that's helpful.
What does Bane do? Like a
So-
D4 minus. It's
Yeah, a D4 minus on any of its attack rolls,
Attack rolls
saving
and saving
throws.
throws?
Yeah, so it is
Okay.
baned. Okay. It kind of, you can see that there's Nanafune's bane manifests as like a little miasma of spores that kind of seep into the nostrils, seep from the end of her sleeve and kind of fuzz up his vision. He's shaking his head, trying to clear this. And
It's just the
snarling.
one creature in the room, isn't it?
Yeah. It is now Rosalind's go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still going to try this. I don't know what save of frightened. Oh, it's wisdom. It's a wisdom saving throw. Okay, I wasn't reading things properly. 10-foot cube to make it. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can frighten this character using my Fey presence. So Rosalind is going to go weirdly, spookily, sort of that kind of really evil, creepy Fey, like gaunt look. You know, like Arthur Rackham drawings are really pretty fucked up. She's
Yeah,
going to
shadows appear where there shouldn't be shadows.
yeah, like hair sort of starts to flow, like there's a sort of weird kind of fairy cackling noise. It's the save is 13. See whether
I'm thinking when Galadriel gets offered the ring,
yeah, it's pretty.
she goes all fucking like
fails the
crazy.
save.
It's frightened of me now. So frightened creature has so disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while it can see me. So I'm going to make sure that, and it can't move closer to me. So I'm going to make sure it can see me and how spooky
Doesn't
I
it
am.
have to try and run away as well now?
It can't move closer to me, so it can't come closer to me, so it doesn't have to. I don't think it actively has to. I mean, I don't know whether you know more about frightened, whether it has to actively run away.
So I think there's a difference between fear and frightened.
Yeah, I'm thinking of fear, maybe the fear spell where you have to move away as quickly as possible in the other direction when you fail the throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think frightened means that whenever this creature that frightened you is in your vision, I think it's either disadvantage.
It can't move willingly closer to its fear.
Yeah.
That's the thing of frightened. I was thinking it was the spell fear, maybe. That's what I was thinking of.
No, it's my Fey presence. But yeah, so it could stay. I guess it could stay where it is. I don't have any useful bonus actions at all. So that is me done, because checking around the room is an action. So I'm done.
Okay. Strat lock.
Get ready for some wild magic, guys.
Oh yeah, it's the spell fear I'm thinking about. It has to run away, it has to dash as its action.
Right. Where's it gone? Oh god, this is weird.
What?
It's about to become a raven here.
Okay.
Keep clicking off of it, sorry. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Here we go. Until your rage ends, you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights.
Nice.
So there's just these flashing, big, bright, multicolored lights all around me.
Okay.
You gain +1 to your bonus to your AC, and any creatures within 10 feet of you, any allies within 10 feet of you gain the same bonus. So anybody that is near me gets a +1 to AC. So keep that in mind, guys.
Yeah.
And then I get a +1 to my AC as well. Meanwhile, there's just a great rave just going on around me.
Nana says, "I like that, Stralock."
Pretty.
yeah. So you're up in its grill. How
Yep.
distance is that AC thing?
Sorry,
How far is the AC reach?
10 feet for
10
all
feet,
my
okay.
allies.
Yeah.
Not all
Um,
creatures, sorry, just allies.
Uh,
And then I'm going to attack recklessly
stack.
this time.
You care
Gives
little.
me
You're
advantage, but it
so
also
reckless.
means. Oh, I shouldn't have gone reckless, but you never mind. Oh, actually, no, that was pretty damn good. So I rolled an 18 the first time and a 21 the second time.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say you get advantage either way because I'm flanking it with you.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot that. So either way, it has advantage on its next attacks against me because if it attacks
Well,
me
it
before my
doesn't
next
because it
turn-
cancels out because it is got frightened.
Is it no? But is it only disadvantage against her, or is it disadvantage on everybody?
It's against anything it can while she's in its vision.
Oh, so it has disadvantage on all attacks, not just against her, but everyone as long as she can see it.
Oh yeah.
That is awesome. Great. Yeah, sweet. No problem. Never mind. then.
But it's just a straight
okay.
roll for me against you. Okay. Yeah. So you got a hit.
That is 12 damage. Oh, no, 14 damage because I'm raging.
Okay.
Pete,
So, yeah.
I think we are bullying again a creature that you summoned
know,
before us.
This thing
I
hits
tried to
hard.
talk to it. I tried to ask it to,
You did. You did. Its alignment is evil. So you guys
Tried
aren't
diplomacy.
evil. It's just a meaning.
Hey,
It's just a
I have
great
a
big
neutral
meaning.
evil and she's great.
It takes its sword and tries to wallop you again. So it's going to roll straight rolls.
Yeah,
19
that hits.
and a 15.
15 doesn't.
Okay, so the 19
19 does.
hits. 1, 2, 8 slashing. So you take 4.
4, okay.
And then 2, 5,
Mm,
11 psychic.
Jesus, this thing.
Did you minus the d4?
On my attack roll, no, I didn't. For my 19, good remembering Nana's Bane. So no,
just
even if
add
I'm
up.
at -3, says 16 for the attack roll.
I've got +1 to my AC, so I've got an AC of 17.
Oh, so none of that counts. Yeah,
No.
Nana's Bane kicks in, no damage.
So that was 4 off the first and 11 off the second, yeah?
Yeah.
So 15, okay, I've just healed myself back to what I had
You
before.
can
Okay,
put
sweet.
back, put your back self back.
Whew.
Well done. Good
Go on,
remembering.
Nana. Go on, Nana Foon.
Yeah, okay. It is now
And wild magic saved my ass there.
Uria.
My turn. D&D Beyond, please. Don't glitch on me. Okay, so
My dog's being really weird. It's just knocked a whole pencil case over.
okay, so I am going to. Well, you know, I'm going to do my favorite spell when I am far away.
All you
Sacred,
did.
Dead.
Sacred Flame.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So I'm gonna ask you to do a dexterity saving throw. 13, and you have Bane, so minus a d4.
Dexterity saving throw. Of what's the DC?
13.
18.
Did you wait?
doesn't matter.
Does
Even if he gets a 4.
I
it
rolled
would
a
still be
19
14.
-1,
oh
18.
yeah,
Oh,
it doesn't get it. So I'm going
I was going to say it
to.
wouldn't matter even if he rolled a 4.
So I'm going to attack with my as a bonus action, I like my spiritual weapon.
Cool.
I'm on a roll.
My pink dice that I normally roll rubbish with, I'm rolling good today.
Does a 19 hit?
It flipping does.
Okay, so you take. It's a roll to roll. 7 force damage.
Okay. Okay. Vivian. You can see this guy trying to swing at Strelok. You can see Uria hurling fireballs, a spiritual arrow that's kind of slashing in and out the other side of him and rocking him back and forth. Nano's spores are in it, and there's a bracing of weapons.
So, is it looking rough?
Where are we?
I think it's only been hit twice.
1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Okay.
Four times.
Yeah, it's about not quite half, but near enough.
Oh, all right.
That's how we play our games, nice and loose. Just friends playing games.
I can't move.
No, you can. You are unrestrained now. It ends on this turn
Oh,
But you're on top of a pillar.
of mud. Yeah. But you didn't get any full
How
damage.
How high is the pillar of mud?
How much can Nana shape? I can't remember.
Like a 5-foot cube, I think, isn't it?
Alright. No, still gonna do the same because none of my spells are for battle. They're just support.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing all right. That's a 16 hit.
No.
What? No, that's everything.
Okay.
That's all I
Nope.
can
No bonus action?
do. No, none of my no spells are for action. All my spells were for investigating.
A second
something
weapon?
like that. The only thing I have on me are a dagger, a pistol, a revolver, firebolt, unarmed strike, and my gauntlets.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have 2 weapon fighting?
Do I? I don't think so. I don't think I get a fighting style as a artificer.
I don't think it's not a.
You
It's,
should
you
just
think
get
it's
it if
automatic.
you've got 2 light weapons. There's a
Oh.
kind
Hmm.
of 2
So
weapon
you should be.
fighting.
You could bonus action attack with a dagger in another hand,
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
but it's only a D4, and you don't get to add any modifiers to it for damage.
If you're using a dagger.
If I
If you use
hit.
a
All
dagger.
right.
Yeah, if you hit.
That's a natural 20 hit.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Which one's the D4? Okay, here we go.
Little pyramid. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh my god! It's a 1.
So roll it. But
2
you get to
points.
roll it. You get to roll it twice. The natural 20.
On the 2 on. Okay. I look ashamed.
Hey, it's 3 more damage than it had earlier.
Okay, so yeah, it's Nana. She sees that Uria begins to fall, and maybe that the 5-foot cube of Earth is not going to be enough to sort of cushion the fall. And as much as she found her annoying, she's going to cast jump and kind of
Oh wait, Oria's falling?
yeah.
I use my reaction to cast Feather Fall.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, yeah, go for it. So you see Aurea start to fall. You now start floating down to the ground. Nana's not going to cast jump then, so she sees her floating down. Nana will cast.
Look, I'm floating.
She will blink with Misty Step up no, she can run with Misty Step up to Stralock because she can see you're locked in combat and cast okay, no, I was going to cast Bark Skin, but that doesn't do anything to you because you're already what 17.
17, but I'm not wearing armor.
Okay. What's your natural?
Unarmored.
Unarmored. What is your natural armored AC?
16.
That doesn't matter then, so not going to do that. She's going to Earth Tremor the dude. It's a 10 foot, so well, it's going to get everyone though. I don't want to do that. She's going to Thorn Whip him. She's just going to Thorn Whip him. A bit of a
Sometimes simple attacks are just what we need to do.
no, gets a bloody 12. So no, Nana runs up 30 foot. Whip tendrils come out from her hands and nothing, not even scratching him. Rosalind.
Eldritch Blast. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's nothing else that can be done.
Oh,
yeah.
I said like that for that one. Oh, that's so bad.
Okay, let's see if it hits.
You got that on Warlock.
Oh, it's not good. 15?
No.
Rubbish.
Bonus action. You're not got anything useful. You said so.
Do you not have two blasts, or is it just the one blast?
No, one at this level.
One at this level.
Stratlock.
Okie dokie. Wild magic.
This is just fun. Just watching Stralock's magic just go.
Just random shit just happening.
Does wild magic happen every time you have a round? I thought it was.
When I use my rages, it does. Yeah, but the
Right.
one that I've got is permanent, and the one that happened at the one that happened first time was only a 1-turn thing, not a multi-turn thing.
Right. Okay.
So the way things have fallen, it's been quite advantageous. Where's my wild magic table gone? I have to go and find it every single time I roll. No, that doesn't tell me.
I imagine that Rosalind is very interested in this wild magic.
I need
Generally.
to.
It's the reason they're still hanging out.
Stralock finds it absolutely horrifying that random shit just keeps happening to him. Oh well, that's the same again, so I get to re-roll. Because I'm already under the effect of that. Oh come on, D&D Beyond. Okay. I need a separate document with my wild magic table on for this.
It's a shame it's not just a roll action in D&D Beyond. You just click it. Oh, that'd be so nice.
Okay. Oh, this one's pretty good. A bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of your next turn. Until your rage ends, you can reuse this effect on each of your turns as a bonus action.
Okay, what's the DC?
14.
Oh, 11, 12, 13. No,
Oh, cool. Sweet. 1d6.
1d6.
Radiant damage. 3 radiant damage.
Okay,
And it is now blinded.
so it can't see. It's scared. But now it's not scared because it can't see Rosalind.
True. But it has disadvantage because it's blind anyway.
Yeah,
So it makes no difference.
yeah.
But now it can move towards her, but just
Yeah.
blindly.
But it's still frightened. It just can't see me. It doesn't cancel the frightened effect, does it?
It's frightened as long as it sees
that
you.
is for the source of its fear is within line of sight. If it doesn't have sight,
Then the fear goes away completely.
I don't know. How do you read that?
Until it sees you again. Oh, let me check.
That's okay. I mean,
Right, a friend
however,
has a disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. So it would need to have sight to do that. But line of
Yeah.
sight just means within a, like
Within
no
a
things
direct line,
blocking
yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Just because
But-
you close your eyes doesn't mean the dragon's disappeared. It's still there.
yeah, I
Like-
guess like you're still there. It
You
would
can
still know
still
your
hear
presence
it.
is in the room, isn't it? Like you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
yeah.
think
Oh,
I've missed.
it's-
So
Go on.
also
I think I missed
he's
the one.
only frightened until the end of my next turn anyway.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. So he's lost it. He's not scared no more.
I
He's
should read the
blind
whole
now.
thing.
He is blind now. Wait a
However, I think I missed with my greatsword. So
Uh-huh.
the highest roll I got was a 16.
minute. We did miss.
Yep.
Now it's got to roll with this against you, Stralock.
Yep.
And the highest it got was a 5, and then it's got a minus whatever the bane is, so it rolled a 1. No, does not hit you.
Yay.
I might be tempted to say
I feel
roll.
Sorry, I feel like Stralock is literally just in a blade lock with this guy. They're just doing this.
Yeah.
It's just like.
And then this blast of light suddenly pops out of your chest. You're like, oh no.
You're just like, what the hell is going on?
Oh yeah, it's your go.
Magic
Okay.
flashing lights all around me at the same time.
Yeah.
Just like, what?
Okay.
At least it's not flumps this time.
Since it's blind, does it fail a saving throw?
Has
That's
disadvantage
one,
on
I
certain
think.
ones, doesn't it?
Any ability check that requires sight, attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
How much is it? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my boomerang and I'm going to try to hit it in the face with it
Mm-hmm.
as my first action.
Okay, cool. So make a ranged attack, please.
Oh, it was going to be on a 1. Then it falls into a 19, so it's a 22.
Oh yeah, hits.
So he's taking 2 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And as my bonus action, I am going to try to hit him again with my spiritual weapon.
Of course, please do.
Okay, just in case. So dirty 20
Yes, you hit.
and 8 force damage.
Okay, it's starting to look really grim, this guy. Not very happy whatsoever with the amount of punishment it is taking. It is Vivian's turn.
Do we want to try and force it to give us the crystal, or are we going to have to go and look for it afterwards?
I mean, I have zone of truth, so
Hopefully I don't kill it.
hey,
All right. Again, go ahead with my 2 attacks.
And you have advantage because it's blind.
Yeah. Okay. 20 hits, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was for the gauntlets, and this is for the dagger, and that's a 25 hit.
Mm-hmm. Both hits.
Alright, so this is the double pyramid. Yep. So for the gauntlet, it's gonna be 12 points of thunder damage, and then for the
Whoa.
dagger, it's gonna be another one.
You're so disappointed every time. That's yeah. Another one. Yeah.
DJ Khaled would say.
That slams into this creature. Nan, it's Nana Foon's. I see. I'm reading Nan. I'm thinking Nan. It's not. It's Nana. Nana Foon. Nana Foon's having a go. She's going to throw that thorn whip again. Nana's thorns are not getting any barbs on this guy today. It is absolutely terrible and misses again. It is now Rosalind's go.
Yeah, I'll be Eldritch Blast again. Let's see whether it is. I am going to get bored of this eventually if it doesn't hit. So, come on, Eldritch Blast. No, absolutely not. It's a 14.
No, afraid not. Lashings of eldritch energy surging from your hands in your fearful just whooshing around this metallic armor, and you fail to make this dark forces connect with this yellow snarling thing. Stralog.
Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. What's the DC?
14.
15.
Oh,
Okay,
oh.
that's fine. And I'm just going to try and push now with my greatsword
Okay.
against his greatsword, hoping
Yeah.
to push his greatsword into him.
Oh, wait a minute. Was I supposed to roll that with disadvantage? Hold on. No, Constitution. What was it you were doing?
You were blinded, so it was a Constitution saving throw, and I just rolled a natural 20 on my
Okay.
attack roll anyway. So
Yeah, but was the Constitution? What was the thing you were doing for the Constitution? Sorry, what was
it was the light shining out of his chest, so it was a Constitution
any
saving
advantage that
throw.
would require sight? I guess it would roll that with disadvantage.
on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it could do.
Yeah. So yeah, he failed it actually. So you get that D6 as well.
Okay, so I will roll the d6 first. So we're in chronological order.
But then yeah, that's the opposite. It's like I don't know. He's blinded, so would he...
Yeah, because he can't see, but it quite like yeah. So that's 4 damage, radiant damage from the blast from his chest, and then he's going to hopefully, while this guy's blinded again for a further turn,
shoots from your chest. You're pushing down on him with a natural 20.
Pushing his greatsword because like I'm guessing they're blade locked. So I'm going to try and push his greatsword into him.
Yeah.
So that will be 11 plus 8, so 19 damage.
Yeah, okay. He is bloody, bleeding, not very well at all. And with this last breath, he says, "Damn you!" And you feel like the whole of the air is being pulled out of the room, and just, and then there is nothing. You're pushing on nothing. You stumble forward, and you
Please tell me somebody in this room's got counterspell.
And you fall to the ground.
Anybody got counterspell? All of these warlocks and clerics.
We're too low level. You don't.
Oh yeah, we'd have to be level 5 for it, wouldn't we?
You stumble forward, and your sword hits the ground, Stralok, and there is nothing
Ding,
for
ding,
you to
ding,
push
ding.
at.
Flashing lights.
Do we see him anywhere? Not even in the tunnel? Oh no, I guess the tunnel would be too high, I guess.
The tunnel's kind of folded. The painting's fallen down on its front that contain the tunnel.
Told you it went poof.
Do you know what I needed to do with hex as well? You should always read things. It's like you have to choose an ability for them to
I said,
disadvantage on.
do you have? I said, didn't I?
I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
It's all right. I did say I'm sure you choose an ability for like them to
It's
be like.
always difficult going from one class to another, though, because you have to
Absolutely.
relearn all your abilities. I
But-
forgot that I could have done reckless attack on that first attack.
Yeah.
But
But that's why we play these games, because it's fun.
It is
And
fun.
being with
I
friends.
feel
That's-
like there's
that's it.
something that I had that helps me see like invisible things or things that can't remember
Which
what it
thing?
was.
blind sense.
I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was something.
True sight.
Oh, okay. No, it's what if I had used Mind Spike in the last attack and it had worked. It can't become hidden or invisible. Anyway.
Mhm.
Anyway, and I know the target's location. I think.
You are
always
out
know the
of
target's-
initiative order, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's almost like, I don't think it's like it went invisible,
Mm.
because
No.
the
It
moment it
poofed.
disappeared, I went forward. It was like it disappeared. Did you
Oh
say
yeah,
it
but I would
dissipated?
always, if I had used it, I would have known its location until the spell. Anyway,
Okay,
so-
so not like you like fairy fire or something like that. You'd
No,
have
no,
known
no.
where it was. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I
well.
wanted to ask him a question. Hmm.
I don't
We
want him
look
to come
around
back.
the room. Can we see the jewel through
Oh,
the?
I want to look at the
Yeah.
painting that we came out of because how are we going to get back? I want to see if I can put this
Yeah,
back.
next
as
door,
you
we
tilt
don't-
up the painting, it's the most strange thing. As you tilt it up, you see this tunnel tilting with it, but you can't see the back of the back of the painting is completely flat, like a piece of wood. But as you tip it up, you see that this infinite like this tunnel zooms off like 60, 70 feet off into blackness, and you can prop it against the wall where it was propped. And this looks like you can crawl back through this space.
Okay, we should destroy this painting on our way out, maybe somehow.
Hmm.
Would be
An
really
investigation
too
check, please, Strellup, for looking round
Yeah.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help.
with advantage.
Ten.
Is that with your advantage? You don't immediately find the gem, but you find a load of pieces of paper, parchment, a stack of
wait.
them.
Ooh, what it is. And Umira is going just to lean above and just trying to see generally what it is.
These look like orders.
Or cabinets.
Sorry?
For cabinets.
Yeah, cabinet orders. What's that, baby? Oh. Sorry, Darth Sidious just came by.
Are they all? Do they all look like noble names or like wealthy
These are
names?
all Lord, Lady, this, that, the other.
I see.
Nana glances over and says, "Do you think he had the same idea as us?"
I mean, you can't blame a good system. If you've got a good system, you've got a good system. Perhaps the gem isn't even here anymore. Perhaps it's been sold on.
Would you make
Yeah.
an investigation check, please, Rosalind?
Sure.
As you talk about this gem.
17.
Gem is here. I just can't find it.
You glance over and you see a crate that has spilling wood chips out of it. And as you look through the wood chips, there is a gem. That is a giant red gem, a huge crystalline thing that looks like an eye shape. You think it is the gem from the statue. You have found the Orkai thing. Also, you see within the box multiple other rare looking treasures.
Ooh.
How many treasures? Enough to share?
You make a wisdom check, please.
You can't count.
Wisdom. My wisdom's terrible. I got 1. So it's 1 minus 1 is 0.
These are
She can't.
quite obviously yours for the taking.
Can I slip as many into my undergarments as possible before?
Do I
can
see
give
this?
whoever-
You're looking at the notes, aren't you? With Stralak, what's your passive is 15?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna have to do this sneakily then, Rosalind.
Sure.
A sleight of hand then, I guess, to sneak treasures into your underpants.
Beat a 15.
And don't forget
Does she-
about Nana Food.
didn't.
Just saying.
Would she have advantage considering that we're looking at papers?
Yeah, they're looking the other way.
Yeah. I think there's some.
It's okay if she finds me, if she's that determined. I did get a 15.
Okay.
You do it. Yeah.
Aurea doesn't see, but you
Much to
glance
do
over your
so.
shoulder and you see Nalafun go. Like,
Just
Right
whatever will fit in my bra. So it has to
Yeah.
be things that are not spiky or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know what's in there, Pete, but yeah, whatever
there is a
fits in my undergarments.
there are sconces. There
Flask of
are
alchemical fire.
Madonna.
yeah. There's just
Cone
like
bra. I've always been wearing this cone bra. What are you talking about?
yeah. And you are able to return back through the tunnel. Rosalind, you're going.
Say to people, "Oh, I found the gem. Look, I found the gem." And also a few treasures, the ones that were always here.
Nana looks at them, looks at the papers, looks at them, and says, "We don't know who the owners might be, do we?"
I mean,
Finders
perhaps
keepers.
perhaps we could note down the people that have been grifted and go and
I got the paper.
see. Well, maybe not take them, maybe copy them down and kind of see if there's handsome rewards that we could play and see what's worth maybe
Giving?
we could. Well, I mean, maybe
You want to take the whole box of treasure, Rosalind, is what I'm hearing.
I think it would be hard to sneak it back out of Lady Hoofbringer's unless Stralok, you have some quite large pockets.
I have
Stralok's
a bag
got
of
very-
holding.
If
Oh,
we
okay.
split it between us, there'd be
Yeah.
lots
I mean,
of
Vivian has a
pockets
bag of
rather than
holding, so
one person's bra.
Vivian,
Leave
that
my bra
bag
out of this.
That bag of yours might become very useful. So the contents
Yes.
of the bag are the.
Rosalind got hit by a curse and her cup size went up by 3.
That's it. There's pockets filled. There are treasures hidden. The tape, the gem is kept separate from the rest. You crawl back through the tunnels. You find the lady Hoofbringer. She is rejoiced.
Do we just? I know that you want to close up and finish tonight, but do we want this person to continue to steal? I could set an infestation of termites to eat the painting from behind us if we do want to stop that from happening. Would that help your conscience, Aurea?
I think we should at least stop them being able to return and take it back again.
I think we destroy the whole place because this person is a very bad person, and for this, I'm taking my serious voice. We should maybe signal this person to the authorities.
That's really scary.
I'm sorry.
You are more than welcome to visit the authorities, Aurea. I will be in the tavern with Nanafoon whilst you do your righteous duty. I will
Only-
righteously be drinking gin.
Mhm. And so
Amazing.
Lady Hoofbringer says, "We will you will stay in the Hoofbringer Inn. You will not stay in some squalid little place like the Golden Cauldron. Have you ever seen a scrap of gold in there?" She sends you to her personal tavern that they own, which is a much more upmarket establishment. You are provided with lavish bedclothes, lavish everything. All of the drinks come with ice freshly chipped from Frohast. And
Ooh, we're in the same universe.
yes,
Crossover.
and yeah, and that's where we'll end the adventure. You are all finally feeling cool as you sip iced drinks and reap the rewards of a good day's honest work. That's where we stop. Thank you.
Send